There you go. All right, perfect. So, not on mobile. That's okay. I mainly want it there so if people watch it on YouTube later, they're good to go. Will this be on Switch or any other console or handheld? It will be on Switch. It will be on the Vita. I cannot confirm nor deny any other potential systems, but, you know, we're definitely going to look into it. All right, so let's see. Now, I wonder how loud the sound will be on Monster Crown. All right, just 1 sec. All right. Let's see what we got. All right, so I definitely love you two bucket of puppies. Didn't used to be super loud in the demo. Well, we're about to find out. I'm going to load, and we're going to see how loud it is. Now, if I load into a spoiler territory, because, you know, I got a lot of debug save files and stuff. If I load into a place with spoilers, don't look. Just close your eyes, and if there's sound, just type. Like, you type without a look and just go like, yeah, there's sound. It's good. All right. I'm going to pause it real quick. Now, how's that? Is that super loud? Because it sounds super loud to me. I'm going to actually turn it down a bit on my end. This sounds about good to me. Actually, it's still a little loud. There's places later with great music I'm going to bust it up a bit. But how is this? Good? Honey detected. No! No! I'm going to shut this whole thing down. Alright, cool. So we're going to restart and go new game. I'm a little loud. Well, how about if I speak at this level? I'm just a little bit excited. I'm sorry. That's fine. Am I too loud right now? Test. 1, 2, 3. Show us your babies. No, I can't. Too many spoilers in there. Okay, seems good. Alright, so I'm gonna close out Monster Crown and then we're gonna load it back up and maybe you guys will see the loading screen, which is kinda cool. Now, stop recording. So I guess I did remember to start recording. Sedesco. I can't tell you guys how awesome Sedesco is. Like, I know you're supposed to say that about your publisher, but like, we talk like constantly about Monster Crown and cool stuff. You can hear the sweet tunes from our music team right here. Not the last time you'll hear their work today. You said you liked Honey, right? So there she is. Yeah, Junie's awesome. Right now the loading times take a bit longer than we'd like. We're working on it. This is a familiar screen. And here we are back at the ultimate choice. But before we get started, I just want to point out a couple of things. Yes, there will be multiple save files. That is totally in the works. So you'll notice right here that, and this chat window's a little bit in the way, but I'll move it over. If you have a question, you can tweet it at MonsterCrown #. We'll take questions from the chat too, but we'll be doing some giveaways later, and after the I can contact people a lot easier and do the giveaway if you do it through Twitter. So you can ask through anything, but when we do the giveaways, we're going to check Twitter, so that's your best chance of winning something. But I mean, feel free to use Twitch if you'd rather. And over here on the right, down in the corner, you've got a mystery monster. It's got a big question mark on it. So that is Saiko's design. And we're going to reveal that later in the stream. And those of you who don't know, Saiko is a excellent Japanese designer, has worked on mangas, has worked on games, and was the monster artist for the Telefang series. She was so important to so many monster fans online. We reached out to her to ask for a design during the Kickstarter, if she would consider commissioning a design for us, and she said yes, which was like, I mean, sometimes you do things and it's just like, okay, yeah, they're not going to respond to me. It's just going to be a no. But she was really kind and she did it. And so we have her design, and it's going to be a legendary in the post game, an optional legendary. So you'll see that later on the stream. It's a dragon, I think. Well, it might be. It's spiky. It's absolutely spiky. All right, back to the game, the new intro. So all of you have seen, or most of you anyway, have seen up until almost getting to Milltown. Some of you that have been paying really close attention for a lot longer might have seen up to Dew Cave, but no one's really seen beyond Dew Cave. So we're going to show you a little beyond Dew Cave. But right when we get to the point where you see a lot of story spoilers and stuff, we're going to cut it. And then we're going to focus on doing a little bit of monster breeding and transforming. Tea or coffee? It's definitely coffee. Tea is great, but coffee is stronger. And I'm lucky that coffee, after all these years drinking it every day, still hits me hard. And I want to make sure I'm at my best for you guys. And like, it's probably a little bit better than like Coke to stay, you know, to keep up the energy levels, because it's probably going to start getting late here before it gets late where you are, because time zones. Hot chocolate. All right, I'm not going to make anyone wait too much longer. I'm just going to go ahead and start a new game. What is your name? Well, my name is Jason. And I am a he. And what do I look like? Let's see. I look kind of like this guy. And what color? I'm gonna be frostbite colored. We did a frostbite demo a long time ago, and this was the palette from Frostbite, so I'm gonna go with that. Jason, camping like this is a lot of fun, isn't it? It's important to remember, though, that the wilds can be very dangerous. Luckily for us, we're only a few minutes away from home, and we've got our pal T down here. It's important to remember that these lands are home to monsters of all shapes and sizes. So whenever you're out in the wilderness, you have to be extra careful. A monster to protect yourself, a map to find your way. Only a fool would travel without protection. Jason. Let me tell you a bit about the difference between man and monster. Monsters pursue their own wild goals without much care for humans. However, mankind is resourceful. Many years ago, divine symbols were discovered that, when printed on a scroll, allow monster and man to form a pact that offers benefits to both. Mankind's intelligence and ability to travel allow their companion monsters to face a variety of challenges and grow strong, while the strength of a monster offers protection and power. But don't forget, Jason. Seeking power above all else can come at a price none of us are prepared to pay. So, that's the new intro you haven't seen before. Let's get the hell out of the house. Why don't you go outside and see what your father wants? So, as you guys might notice, the farm looks a little different than it used to. And that's because we've got a new tile set that is about 85-90% done by an artist that we'll be revealing soon. But, you know, it's really taken Monster Crown up a notch, and we can't wait to show off more. Right now, we've redone the Windy Province with this new tile set, and eventually the whole game will be in this tile set. Thanks. I'm really glad you guys like it, and like, man, oh man. I really did my best with the old tile set, but when you see this, you just know that it's what should have been there all along. There you are. Did Mom finally wake you up? Hope you're rested up. We need to clear that new field to the southwest and start laying seed. If we don't do it this week, the crops won't have time to grow by harvest. Go to the field, pick up pumpkins, and feed them to Tidon, Jason. Then come back and let me know you got it done. So, we're going to have our first guest up soon, which is going to be Shad, who is an amazing artist who did a lot of work on Monster Crown and a lot of monsters that are some of your guys' favorites. So I'm going to feed these pumpkins, and then I'm going to see if I can get the talented Shad on the line. The white squares, I'll tell you what that is. So the artist prepared this new tile set, and it was amazing. And the only tile that didn't have a color was the rose. And I didn't have a chance for this stream to get the color from him, so I took a stab at it. And as always, my artistic talent stands out in the wrong way. And so that color will be adjusted. On my screen, it doesn't really look pure white, but I've heard a few people say it looks pure white on their monitors. So yeah, we're working on the path color, but everything else is artist chosen colors, not foolish developer chosen colors. Pretty. I think Rachel over there needs to wear sunglasses. Got it done? Great. Now that we've cleared the field, we need some good raw force to prepare for planting. So you guys have seen this before. A lot of you have played it. So we've got Tidon. Now, time to back up my save file and save. Alright. Oh yeah, I really like this new menu too. And you know what? I made this one. So maybe I got some talent after all. Who knows? Okay, let me see if I can get good old Shad on the line. Because we've got some... You know, I know some of you might have been a bit disappointed the other day when we didn't have Monster of the Week. But now, you get to see a lot of new monsters. Ones that Shad designed. Along with some explanations. Shad, are you there? I think Shad's going to join us on Discord. And if Shad's going to take a minute to set up, we'll check Twitter for any questions you guys have submitted. Wow. I can't remember the last time I spoke to Shad on Discord. We usually use Slack. Alright, we'll give Shad a minute to... Oh, just made it home. Alright, while Shad is getting ready there, I'm just going to jump over to Twitter, see if you guys got any questions. Is the music made with GBC 8-bit kind of hardware limitations? Like heavy inspiration, and Game On you can go into it a bit more, but it's not made with GBC limitations or on GBC hardware, but it's heavily inspired by that. It definitely goes beyond the bounds of it. It's kind of like our art style, you know, it sticks very close to it, but it's not exact. Like it wouldn't run on the native hardware, but it lets us push the boundaries a little bit more with what's possible and kind of develop our own style. Yeah, so Game Onion says the music implements some synth sounds and real instruments, so it's definitely not going by GBC limitations. Nameless Kid, will there be PvP? Of course! We got trading, we got battling, we got net egg, so like network breeding. Alright, let's see. Hashtag Monster Crown. Dusk asks, will there be touchscreen support in Monster Crown? Well, we don't have any hard confirmations on the mobile versions yet, but on the mobile version you would definitely expect to see your touchscreen support. As for the Switch, we don't have any touchscreen support planned. You can fully play it with the D-pad, just like the old games, and the buttons. And similar on the Vita. So we're going to have the same experience across the board, except with cell phones, where obviously you kind of need that touchscreen support. Monster Crown, 2 questions from Dakupa. Now, Dakupa, I need a drink. I need a drink for this one. Dakupa is the coolest streamer I've ever seen. He's a bit like the coolest guy you ever met, crossed with a mob boss. Like, he just got that power, you could tell. And so check out Takuba sometime, because he is awesome, and he's on Twitch, and he's a better streamer than me by far. All right, how was it working with Game Onion? With Game Onion, you know, Game Onion started doing like Monster of the Week art, and he was a better artist than me, that's for sure. And then slowly over time, he pivoted towards doing some concept art, and eventually starting with music. And from the time he started with music, which was only like a year and a half ago, to now, like, I can't believe it. Like, these feel like professional songs. I don't know how he does it, but he's super passionate about it. So he's amazing. And I've known him for a long time, even before Monster Crown. What are some of the challenges for developing on Nintendo Switch? Well, Nintendo Switch was our main platform we focused on so far, with porting and that sort of thing. So our first like real console we're getting it on. So it was kind of our learning ground. But I would say that the Switch is a great place to learn. And some things just come very naturally that aren't so easy in other environments I've worked at, just with game development or at work. You know, using different toolkits. So not a lot of challenges, and we didn't need a lot of optimization so far. At least we might find that there's some places with slowdown later we want to work on. But right now everything seems to be running, got up and running pretty easily. So yeah, it's great developing for the Switch. All right, let's see. Shad is ready now. All right, Shad, type to me if you are listening to the live stream. If you cannot hear this, don't message me. Is Shad in the chat? That means a lot, Jason. Oh, you're worth every bit of it, Game Onion. Swap to laptop now. I have full power. Okay. Rachel B is here as well, and she'll be calling in later for the big Saiko reveal. Okay, ready now. Alright, are you listening to the stream? Because I think if Shad has the stream volume up and we start talking, it's going to create an audio feedback loop and an infinite loop and just everything. Alright, calling Shad. Shad, hello? Hello, Shad. Shad, hey, I gotta bust up your volume. Because I can't hear you. I know you're talking, but that's about it. Oh. I have to turn down the, Shad, can you,
Am I quiet? Am I good?
Can you test 1, 2, 3 me a few times? I'm gonna turn down Monster Crown a bit.
Maybe. Possibly. Good old sound of Discord.
Okay, I think you're audible now. Everyone in the stream, tell me if Shad sounds okay, and that like you can still hear me, and
Test 1, 2, 3.
that I didn't mess
1, 2,
everything
3,
up.
testing. Testing 1, 2, 3.
Oh, that seems good. Good. Okay, I can hear you, Shad. Better. Yeah. Yes. Hi, Shad. Good now. Yeah. Okay, we're good. All right. So I'm going to Shad. Why don't you just introduce yourself for anyone that doesn't already know you while I grab your designs we're going to reveal today as our Super Monster of the Week.
Alright, the people appear to be able to hear me, but I cannot hear you if you're trying to speak to me.
You can't hear me.
Okay. I see. Jason is doing
oh.
stuff. I'm watching the stream a little bit behind.
Oh, I see.
Which,
I see what was happening. So
joy of Discord.
You made me put myself on mute.
Did I?
No, not really. I'm just trying to blame you. Okay, so yes, they can hear you, and what I just said is I'm gonna grab the designs you worked on, and so Shad, you're live.
Hello, everyone.
You're on. Yeah.
I'm live and alive. Thankfully.
All right. So while I grab that design, why don't you introduce yourself for anyone that hasn't been following along a long time?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm Shad. For those of you who do not know me, I am an artist on Monster Crown. I've done quite a lot of monster designs. I did the art that you're seeing on the screen right now, on the edges. I've been, how long has it been? It's been quite a while since I've joined up, and every single moment of it has been extremely awesome, and I've enjoyed it. So, it's really cool to have this stream. I was just thinking about how it's been a year, and that's crazy since the Kickstarter.
And I think
that's absolutely nuts.
I think you joined our team like 45 or 50 years ago now, Shad.
Feels like it. It's like, I've been working on this for a while now.
Okay. Alright, come on. Where's that monster? Where's that monster? One last monster to grab. I'm looking at the big monster list, and there's a lot. There's a lot of monsters. Shad made a lot of monsters for this game.
I did. I mean, like, it's crazy because in the beginning it felt like, oh, I have to make so many monsters. How am I gonna do this? And now that we're at the end of the design process, I'm like, wow, I feel like I got a lot of my ideas out and, made some really cool stuff, but like I could do this for the next 10, 20 years if I really wanted to.
Yeah,
But
I
of
mean,
course we can't program like 3,000 monsters into the very first game, so might not be the best idea.
well, we got a hell of a lot of monsters, and you've made a huge portion of them, and they are all awesome. Every single one of your monsters is better than mine. So,
I don't know about that. You've made some ones that I enjoy a lot, so
well, the
I
only
think that
monster,
everyone else will too.
the only monster that I made that people like is Momo, and I'm mad.
Okay, well,
I'm
Momo's really
upset.
good, so can't blame them.
No, that's true. You think I'd be better prepared, have this stuff already open up, but it's been a year since I've gotten on Twitch, and it's your computer's just not quite ready to go right away. All right, so I've got your monsters up here. Let me just show them to the world. We're gonna show them one at a time. Paint, paint, paint. All right, Chad. So this is the first monster. Now I'll get you to talk a little bit about this monster. We've got 3 total.
Hold on, cause Twitch slow.
Okay, Twitch
But
is slow. That's fine. You can.
as soon as I see it, I will be able to
Okay.
say some words. Maybe if I refresh it. It's been a while since I've done the Twitch game also, so I apologize, chat.
Is this the base
Okay,
form?
now I can see it.
Yes, Umaro. All the ones we're going to show are base forms. You see it now, Shad?
Yep.
Okay, you can take over.
So this guy is Peregrine. I don't know what to say about him other than he's well, oh man, stage fright has happened.
well,
oh
this
God,
one.
Look at my monster. What do you think? Ah.
This one appears like in a intimidating fashion at night, right? Yeah.
For anyone in the chat who's aware of the mythology of the Perryton, that was a huge inspiration for this monster. So Perrytons are mythological creatures which they have the shadow of a man until they kill a man, and then they have their own shadow. So that was a huge inspiration for the idea behind this monster. It is a kind of a maybe not the kind that you'd want to run into if you were unprepared.
Okay. Cool. And there is a plan for this guy that's also post game oriented, and it's gonna scare the hell out of you. So everyone should look forward to that. Next up, we've got number 2. This guy here is awesome. As soon as I saw him, I was like, man, I can't wait to encounter this guy in the dungeon. Big lad, looks tanky. Everyone loves this
The
monster.
chat seems to like him too.
All right, Chad. So, what? Walk us through how you put this guy together.
Well, as soon as I see him on the screen, I can explain a little bit better.
That's key.
Helps have the visual aid, but Twitch is a little slow. So as soon as that happens,
See, your art is great, but where I beat you is on internet connection.
you're not wrong. You definitely beat me there. I'm in the middle of Ohio, so the corn doesn't really help with the internet connection.
That makes sense. Is it wrong to pick up monsters in a dungeon? Pick up. I suppose that depends on your definition. I think Rachel has a bit different definition than what I meant.
Alright, yeah, here we go. This guy is Taraskor. He's quite a tanky monster, like the chat has picked up. Kind of a dragon-like creature. Not really quite sure what else to say other than that I like him a lot and I really enjoyed designing him. He's based partially on the Tarrasque of French mythology, which are real spiny boys. If you've ever heard of them. They're kind of a weird dragon in the sense that they don't really look like traditional dragons, so I thought going a little bit out of the realm of what you'd think of a traditional dragon-like creature. That was also kind of the idea here. Also, I really like the spikes around his neck. Was remind me of like the lizards that open up their neck, I guess, if you will.
Yeah.
So that was kind of the idea behind him here.
As soon as I saw him, I knew he was an archetype, a body shape that didn't already exist in Monster Crown. You know, we have some stuff that's similar, but I find when I go for this body shape, they end up a little bit more humanoid than they'd like. But you really nail this one. It still looks so monstrous. I could see someone encountering this in any classic RPG. It's just awesome. Gale Win is French, so good job, Shad.
Nice, I'm glad.
Did Shad
good to have some French approval here too.
Good to know that you didn't like do any faux pas.
It's like, here's my French monster, and the French are like, what do you mean? This is terrible. How dare you do this?
That's why you
banned from going to France ever again.
That's why you didn't do a Canadian monster, because you knew you'd have to show it to me.
Like, I mean, you know, we already have some big scary elk.
That's true.
Stuff going on, so.
Yeah, elk aren't even fictional. Like, if I look in my backyard right now, there's a few out there.
They're just hanging out back there.
It's pretty scary. I don't leave the house too often, so I get lots of work done on Monster Crown, though, so that's good. Okay. Yes, so Shad does do all the variants for his monsters. So every monster that Shad designs comes with all the variants, which is awesome. Saves me a lot of work, but also saves me...
I think I did some math, and I think I did... much. I did a lot. The number is pretty high.
Yeah.
The monsters that I've done.
Yeah, the number of monster sprites.
The variants.
It's like pretty close to the top number. Like the highest possible number. Like you can't even count that high.
It's definitely like in the hundreds at least, so I'm pretty
sure it's well over 200. I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and yeah, so Shad does do all the forms, which is great because I don't know if I'd be able to pull it off for his monsters. Moves do come. Alright, so we're ready for the third monster reveal, and then we're going to do our first giveaway. This is the final one, and I saw this one, and I was like, holy crap. And Shad still can't see it, but he probably knows which one it is.
I'm pretty sure it's Nidek, because that's the third one.
And no, it's really pink, and it's shaped like a bat. You know the one, Shad. Not really. I'm just
I was about to say, the screen somehow at Twitch.tv has made the screen black now for me. I don't think it is for the people because they can see it. There it is. Excellent. Okay, we got it.
We got it. That's
like you don't get to see this.
We got that's fucking cool. So that's a pretty good compliment from Inky there. All right, Shad. What can
thank you.
What can you tell us about this bad boy?
So, this one has a bit of a perhaps unusual origin. I've always been really interested in, I think they're like axe cougars or like axe jaguars from like lumberjack lore. And just the idea of like a monster that has like a knife for a face and like knives all over its body. Something that can attack you even just from running at you. I just thought that was a cool idea for a type of creature that might be kind of intimidating, but if you could master it, then you have a very powerful ally on your hands.
Man. I'm just imagining trying to form a pact with this guy and him just like tearing me to shreds. And it would
Also,
happen.
it's like really hard because if you hold a piece of paper, here's a contract. It's just gonna
shred it.
Not gonna hold up to that very well.
No, probably can't even sign legal doc. He's good with butter. I bet he is. All right, so I'm gonna close that out right now. Those probably won't be Monster of the Weeks for a long time, maybe ever. Probably keep those close to our chest so you guys get to see it till I watch this video, but to others, it may remain a mystery. So as you all know, the art in the background was created by Shad, and many people got posters of it during our Kickstarter. But one thing they didn't get is a signed poster from Shad, from the artist. So Shad is going to print out some great copies of this poster, and Shad is a graphic design student. So like, if there's one person that knows how to print a poster, it's Shad. So Shad is going to print these out, sign it. We're going to give away 5. So we're going to give now. I did 5, but it didn't. I'll go in the camera. Okay, 5. Gonna do 5, and we're gonna do the first one right now from everyone that's asked a question with Monster Crown. So let's see. How many people have tweeted using that tag? We got
Hey,
one.
I see some familiar names in the chat.
Yeah, I mean, it's great. We got people that will have been tuning in for years, and it's like, it's just so cool to know that people like the game this much, and it just keeps us going. Alright, we got 3 people that tweeted with Monster Crown tag so far. So, I'm going to do a Google random number generator. I think that's the thing, right? I mean, Google probably can generate it. Oh, well, it's sending me to a website.
Oh, go to random.org. I like that website.
Random.org. That's where they brought me. Awesome.
Nice.
Great random tip, Shad. 3. So we got number 3. Who's the third person to tweet with it? That's Damon Dog. So Damon Dog, you are getting a signed Monster Crown poster from Shad. So we'll be in touch after the... I'm going to open up your profile in a new tab so I can contact you after the stream. And we'll get your address, and we'll get that out to you in the next few weeks.
Hey, congrats.
That's 1 of 4. And we might as well answer Damon's question, which is, will there be more merch after the game comes out? I find it really funny that Damon Dog asked if there will be more merch, and you know what? He got some merch. We're just sending the merch out right away.
You have your answer immediately. There you go.
In fact, take
well,
some.
Here you go.
So, yeah, I mean, I haven't spent a lot of time looking at or thinking about merch because we're still trying to wrap up development. But I'm sure there will be some things. Hopefully people are interested in merch and they want to maybe try a Monster Crown shirt or whatever else we can think of. I don't know. It'd be so cool to do something someday with a tradable card, like a holographic card that Shad made of Laz during the Kickstarter. I'd really like to get that made into an actual card someday. You know, figures, plushies. Right now it's just Kickstarter stuff, but I think it's definitely likely there will be more.
Obviously, I can't say anything is set in stone, but I know for me, I think that making merch or like designing stuff like that is really interesting. So if I have a chance to make that happen, then I definitely would be happy to. So
yeah, if the game does well, a lot of people really love Monster Crown. I feel like the possibilities are endless. What we could do. Use modified T-shirt cannon to fire merch across the world. Can you imagine having a cannon that strong? I mean, you could probably like do like mass warfare with it, but they'd ask you about it and you just say, I'm just sending people shirts, and they'd say, okay, here's your permit, sir. I'd really like to buy a shirt. I'd like to buy a poster. Yeah, I mean, there's no ongoing sales right now on posters or shirts, but stay tuned. Ram plushie. Every time I just had one little sketch and I put it out there and everyone wants Ram. But I'm gonna have the last laugh. I told you during the Kickstarter update I did something with Ram in the game, and like a year from now, you guys are gonna find this secret related to Ram, and I'm gonna be laughing, and you're gonna say, you know, Jason, tell us how do we get Ram, and I'm just gonna laugh. I'm just gonna laugh. So joke's on you.
Also, don't ask me, because even I don't know the secret. It's a secret even to me, so we'll find it together.
We will. Rachel said she's considering bringing the last plush to the Detective Pikachu tomorrow. Thank you, Rachel. That is very cool that you want to do that. I'm not sure if Laz will be welcome at the Pikachu premiere, but you never know. Troll plushie, life-size troll plushie, like 19 feet tall. Okay, so
Okay, but that would be an awesome like custom bed.
A custom bed of trolls. It would, and he's so fluffy on top with like the green grass. It would be great. All right, so I think that I will try to play a bit more Monster Crown, and before we do any more giveaways, we do any more reveals. So yeah, Shad. I mean, you can stick around if you have to take off. That's fine too. I'll leave that up to you. We are gonna catch a Primagon.
I will stick around for a little bit if y'all want me to.
Absolutely. I think we're gonna get Rachel on the line in half hour. Rachel, does 29 minutes from now still work for you? You can let us know when the. Oh, I got wiped out really quick. Let's see. I have to drop by the bank. All right, Rachel. I'm heading home ASAP though. Okay. All right. So maybe Rachel will be even a little bit longer than a half hour. That's fine. So we are in the clear. So Shad, have you seen this new tile set yet?
I don't think that I have. I updated my secret copy recently, but I don't think I updated it this past week since I've been, unfortunately, in the world of end of college semesters. So I'll have to check it out. But I see it on screen now. It looks great.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it myself. I'm just gonna restart here real quick. I ended up with no packs.
Oh, excuse me.
It was really quiet until you coughed. I wasn't sure if I screwed up the whole thing.
I mean, it could be the internet, could be, the government is trying to stop me from sharing all my monster secrets.
I would say that's probably likely. The government, I think they scam for the word ram, and they're just like, shut it down. Shut it down. We can't.
It's too dangerous. They can't know about this technology.
All right, what? I think we got some questions here. Lovely midnight stream. I'm sorry that it's so late. With everyone that follows Monster Crown, it's so hard to schedule a stream, and like half the people tell me like, oh, I'm in bed, and then I try a different time, and then a different half of people are in bed then. So
it's also like crazy cool because there's so many people around the world. Like that's honestly blows my mind sometimes when people are like, "Oh, I'm from this country," or, I'm in this time zone. How many people around the world is this? It's crazy. I love it.
yeah, that actually like want to check out Monster Crown. It's just insane. The past year, and I mean this really is Kickstarter anniversary live stream, but like a year ago, I just had no idea so many people would care about and want to try out Monster Car. And we had awesome loyal fans on our Discord, and a lot of them are still around, and like they are wonderful. But I really had no idea how many more people would be interested in Monster Car as well. It really blew me away. Are there brilliant hunting mechanics like chaining, for example? Right now, there are no hunting mechanics that increase the chance of a brilliant appearing, but I'll tell you, the chance of 1 in 1,000 of a brilliant monster appearing is fairly good. And it's even better when you consider you can see monsters on the overworld. So, like, we find as people play through, they're encountering plenty of brilliant monsters, even though it might not sound like a lot. Shad, I'm sure you found plenty during your playthrough.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ryan saw quite a few of them.
Yeah.
I'm surprised actually how common they are, but it's like I don't know. It's cool to see them more often, especially seeing them on the overworld like that. Makes it easier and makes you more excited because you're like, oh, over there, I gotta get to it.
Yeah, it's amazing just seeing it on the overworld. How much of a percent difference that makes? Because like if five random encounters appear, and any one of them is a brilliant, you'll see right away. Whereas if it was totally random encounters that you couldn't see it, I mean, it'd be 1 in 5 chance that it would happen in that moment. So it's 1 in 1,000 sounds like so little, but it's really not when you play. If anything, we might end up having to make them a little more rare. We'll see what happens. They make people so excited when they get them though now in our testing. Like people are thrilled when they find them, so I don't want to take away that feeling from people. You're participating in a 5K race. What do you do? All right, commenters. What do I want to do? Are you going to give out codes for Kickstarter backers if they want to get the game on Steam, or do we need to repurchase it? No, I mean, if you backed us on Kickstarter, you get a copy of the game. So if Steam is your chosen, you absolutely get a copy of the game. Traps it is. Set up dangerous traps. This is, when I wrote this, I don't think I realized how sinister that was. When it comes to music,
yes, let us enter the race. Set up dangerous traps.
Like, that wasn't my childhood. As a 14-year-old person in real life, I didn't go, trying to create hazards to kill people or anything. So I don't know where that came from. When it comes to music, do you prefer thrash metal, hard rock, classical, dance, or punk? Let's see. We got rock, dance, thrash metal, classical, dance, punk, hard rock. So tied up. Shad, tell me, what are we going with? You need to be the tiebreaker.
Hard rock. Let's do it.
Hard rock. Nice. When it comes to music, you prefer... Oh, I gotta ask that again. Alright. For a hobby, I prefer playing mind games, getting into fights, playing chess, exercising, or playing pranks. Is Chad, dare I say it, our guy? I haven't kept up to date with the Discord lately. Will Bit still release on the Switch? I'm not sure if you meant if 16 Bits Design are in on the Switch, and yes they are, or if it will still release on the Switch, and yes it will. Fights, mind games. I'm getting mostly not getting mostly anything. Mind games, I think. For a hobby, I prefer. Oh, must have a little bug there that we're getting asked twice. Mail it in, see what happens. 1 week later.
I have to say, I'm glad that the volume of the alarm got fixed for subsequent updates. It used to be way too loud.
Was that like that during the Kickstarter? I think it was. Or was it before the Kickstarter? There was one point anyway that alarm sound was so loud. It was like it would break your windows or something like when it went off, and it didn't matter what you set the in-game volume to, it would wake you up. And it's such a bad sound. It's like such a typical alarm clock sound. Like if you grew up with that typical analog alarm clock sound, you just want to smash anything that sound comes out of. It's just an effective alarm. Yeah, true. Chad, yes, I was hoping you did have time to stick around actually, because we showed the new intro in the beginning, which shows a mysterious red-haired woman named Beth in the mountains, in a cave, with maybe a monster in that cave. It's not really clear. You did that art, and it turned out awesome. So, do you have any
I
insights?
did, and it was really cool. I enjoyed doing those types of little like character cutscenes, I guess, if you will.
Yeah, and you came up with the design for Beth, because my design for Beth was like, it was really bad, but Chad's so nice that Chad was like, well, yeah, that's really cool. And I say, well, Chad, why don't you take a stab at it? And you're like, okay, all right, I'll take a stab at it. And like, you come up with this design that is 100 times as good as any sort of Beth design I had put together, and a band design. So like, that's just awesome.
I mean, I think that the Bant design ended up kind of being a mixture of both of ours in the end. Um, but yeah, I really, um, I think I just got excited with like the doing some color stuff, with the characters, some like sort of themes, and red just works really well for her character and like that, fiery appearance. So I uh, I have to say Beth is probably one of my favorite characters in this game. So I'm hopeful that everyone else will also like her just as much as I do.
Yeah, I mean, I think I know you're supposed to like the characters you create, but I think Beth is kind of horrible. But I mean, I like her, but she's also easy to hate. So I won't reveal any more details. But I'm really interested to see if people mostly like or mostly hate Beth. And I can't wait till everything has come out, because Chad and I were back and forth trying to establish, okay, what is Beth, and where does her story go? And we both kind of had somewhat opposing ideas, and that's kind of seen in the story in a good way. It's us both having a slight little difference about how we would approach it that actually enhanced her character so much. So I can't wait to tell everyone the story of that, probably in the art book. Because I mean, if you read the art book, there's going to be spoilers. I'm going to say that right now.
We did art for the spoilers, so there will be spoilers.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. You sure that Jason is old enough to handle this? Already 14.
That was the year I started high school when I was 14.
You started high school when you were 14. I feel like I started high school when I was 15, but maybe. I mean,
Yeah,
I
I think
didn't.
I was on like the younger end. You know how I don't know exactly how they split it up, but I think that
Oh
I
yeah,
was,
when your
based on when I
birthday?
was born, I was in the younger group of people who
What
started
month?
high school.
What month are you?
August. August 1st.
August. Okay, I'm September. So yeah, I guess.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess I turned 15 right after. But you know what, Chad? Even though you were 14 and I was 15, I bet I could still give you a run for your money in like edgy music and how edgy I was, even though I was supposed to be older and wiser. Like that month meant nothing. It didn't mature me whatsoever. Um, when's the digital
Well, you
art
know
book?
what? I would have been like, oh yeah, well, have you heard of these video games? And you probably had heard of them, so it's probably wouldn't have given you a run for your money.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd only have heard of them. You'd have the power level of like having played them, because a lot of those games I hadn't played, and like they're very cool.
Well,
Uh,
when you're 14, you have the stamina to play like Persona 3.
oh yeah, and you can play it. You can play like Final Fantasy X and get like all the dark aeons and stuff. Like you have that kind of time.
I constantly wonder, like, how the hell did I have the energy to play like multiple 90-hour games in a row when I was in high school?
Oh
I have no
man,
idea. Hopefully one day I can do that again, but right now I'm just too busy.
I'm sure that time will come. Um, now there was a question here a second ago. Looks like the monster isn't very happy about being caged. Yeah, you wouldn't be happy either. 20 years from now, someone will find Beta Beth and add her to the cutting room floor. If this game ever shows up on the cutting room floor, that's gonna blow my mind, because I've spent so many hours on the cutting room floor reading Zelda and Pokemon stuff. It's truly ridiculous. It's shameful. Um,
But it's also cool. There's nothing wrong with that.
It's cool, yeah, but like in a way that it doesn't actually. It feels like you're supposed to grow up and stop obsessing over beta content from 20-year-old games, but I just say nah. No, I'm just gonna keep doing it.
Listen, we're game devs. We can say, hey, this is research. I'm on TV tropes until 4 in the morning for research. Don't worry about it.
Don't want to accidentally a trope. Can you change the text color? Do you mean the text box text or like the name Hoopla part? And if you do, like, can you just tell me if you think it's too dark, too light? That intrigues me the most about Beth. When's the digital art book coming out? Oh, the digital art book is coming out with the game. So same time the game releases, that's when we plan on having the art book available. I don't know. Is Jason old enough? I'm 28 now. I was 25 when I started working on Monster Crown, and I was like a baby then. I was 25-year-old. I was probably still in diapers.
You calling me a baby? I'm not even 25 yet.
What are you, 24 now? Or are you still 23?
I'm 24.
Okay, I was
turn
gonna
25
say.
in however many months is between now and August.
Okay, that's like 3 or 4 months, I think. Chad and Jason in charge of math.
somehow we have a video game, even though neither of us can do.
Still can't do math. I have a calculator open. Rachel says, I have my Monster Crown poster on my queue at work, and I flick spare rubber bands at Best Face. That's vengeance. The whale's the best starter. Hoopla. Hoopla. K-Knight. Hoopla. Edgy. We're saying Hoopla and Edgy. So obviously the people in this chat are edgy just like we were. Or still are, to be honest. Rachel had a Ditto cake when she was 14. That's very cool.
Oh, that's awesome. I love it. My mom made me like a Squirtle cake when I was younger. I think I was 10.
Really?
And she used like a bunch of cake pans to make it like the shape of the Squirtle. It was pretty cool.
It's just
And
reminding
then I
me.
try and make stuff, and I'm like, I don't know how to cook at all. So
Do you have any pictures of that?
I might. I'm not sure where, but if I find them, I'll have to send them your way.
If you find them, send them for sure. I got a really embarrassing story about like Pokemon related holidays when you're a kid. Like when I went out to Halloween, I was like in grade 6, which was kind of like 6th grade for you Americans. So I guess I was 12, and like you're not supposed to be dressing up in like little kids costumes when you're past like 10. But my mom found a Charmeleon costume, and I was like, it was just too cool. I had to wear it even though I was 12 years old. And there was this kid at school that would always like bully me and stuff. And I went to school the next day and said, "Hey Jason, I heard that you wore Charmeleon costume out last night to Halloween." And I couldn't deny it, but I was just too tempted. Like it was just too cool to go as Charmeleon Halloween, so it was totally worth it.
Hey, listen, Charmeleon's cool. I mean, have you seen? I don't know how many people here are familiar with like Awkward Zombie. I love that comic. But there's one of them that's about Pokemon, and it's like when you're in elementary school, it's like, yeah, Pokemon. And you get to middle school, and everyone's like, oh, you like Pokemon? And you get to college, and everyone's like, yeah, Pokemon again.
Yeah, that's 100% true. In elementary school, I played so much Pokemon. Then in high school, I still played it, but I'd hide. And then I went to college, and everyone was like, "Bring your Pokemon to class." I mean, we wouldn't play it in class. We were there to get an education. Come on. I'm sure that it was played in class at some point, but it was yeah. I mean, coming from a small community, coming to a bigger town, and like knowing people in your friend group that have like Gengar's stats memorized is like you realize that you've been a joke your whole life and you don't know a damn thing. These guys are pros.
I mean, like I like stuff, Pokemon, Digimon, all that. But if you ask me, hey, what are the competitive stats for this? What are the the good moves. I'm like, I like the one where they spit fire because it looks cool. So you know.
You know who is like awesome at that stuff though, like the battle stats and strategy is Zach, the developer of Cerulean. He's like
Oh yeah.
he's amazing. He's amazing at that. Just building in so much strategy and like I think it comes too from him taking so much influence from Dragon Warrior Monsters, which has so much depth to it and is such a traditional RPG lineage. But like, man, that guy's got it. You went to
I really
school.
need to play Cerulean. I like. It looks like I would get like 10 IQ smarter if I played it. Honestly. Oh, Discord has decided to cut out. Oh, there we go. We're back. All right. Cool.
Yeah, you didn't break up for me. Did yeah.
Oh, it was kind of doing a weird thing where it like made your voice like drawn out, kind of like a robot, but it fixed itself, I think so.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've got like a trillion things running on my computer, and it hasn't been restarted in like 3 weeks. And I've got Windows Update turned off, and it's Windows isn't happy about it. Like Microsoft has been knocking on my door, and I won't let them in.
Yeah, kind of the same with my computer. I was like working on my thesis the other day, and I went to go turn off my computer because it was being kind of slow, and then it was like installing Windows Update, and I was like, damn it.
Oh man. I think someone asked what our thoughts on Detective Pikachu were. I don't see it right now in the chat, but I know someone asked that. I've seen a couple of trailers for Detective Pikachu, but it just doesn't really draw me in. I mean, I guess yeah, like talking Pikachu. Meowth's always been the speaker to me, so it kind of weirds me out a little bit for Pokemon to speak. But I mean, the art style looks amazing. It looks like hyper detailed, and it's such a cool concept to have like a live action movie, a big Hollywood production set in the Pokemon world. But what's your thoughts, Chad?
I have also not seen it yet, but I think it's like I really like the concepts and like the way that they did a lot of the Pokemon designs. I admit at first it kind of weirded me out, like wasn't really a super fan of it. And there's still some, I can be kind of nitpicky about stuff like that. But so even though there's a couple of little details where I'm like, I don't know if I would have done it that way, but overall, like the animation, like the actual like motion looks like it's really good, and like the way that they incorporated the Pokemon into the world. So I'm excited to see it. Uh, don't know when I'm gonna get a chance to, because next week is finals, but hopefully soon.
Yeah. I like when Pokemon make animal noises. Animal noises. Now, I mean, do you want Pikachu to growl like a mouse, like a huge mouse, or do you want him to make the like staticky kind of electronic sound from the old Game Boy games, or do you want him to say Pikachu, or do you want him to sound like Ryan Reynolds? Like, I don't know. I don't know why, but there's so many options.
I think honestly, I liked the secret option of Danny DeVito, but
Yeah,
Ryan Reynolds is good too. So
when people first started talking about that, I didn't know Danny DeVito wasn't the thief from Home Alone. Like I thought that was the same. That's Joe Pesci, I think. Pesci.
oh yeah, Joe
Yeah,
Pesci.
yeah. I thought that him and Danny DeVito were the same person because the thoughts of Joe Pesci being the voice is also like cool. He would fill a similar archetype. I would go see that as well.
Okay, what we really need is a Home Alone movie where there's Pokemon in it.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Like I mean, though, if Kevin had a Pikachu, it'd be game over. He wouldn't even need. He'd just shock him. It'd be like Team Rocket. You know, we're gonna have to get Macaulay Culkin as a guest monster designer. I think that would be cool. I think
That'd be awesome.
he could
I'd
come
love
up
it.
with something for sure. Why do you guys go with no random encounters to Koopa? You know, when I was 15, 16, Dragon Quest 8 was big, and seeing those monsters on the overworld, it was just like it was eye opening and mind blowing. And I said, well, that can't really be done in 2D. It's gonna be too cramped and stuff. But like most things with Monster Crown, I thought, well, that can't be done. And then I said, well, we'll give it a shot. And we made it work. So I don't know. I guess it just a big idea I had at the start of Monster Crown was let's break down the barrier between the RPG overworld and the battles. And I mean, they're still quite separate in Monster Crown, but that was kind of an idea we had. And one part of that was the monsters being seen on the overworld. So it didn't seem like two totally different worlds, and more like your perspective changed when you hit a monster. And yeah, it was just one way that we differentiated ourselves as well. I know Pokemon is starting to move in that direction. They did with the Let's Go games. I don't know if it's going to be in Sword and Shield, maybe not. But it was kind of our thing then, that like no one else had really
Yeah,
done.
they stole it. What's up with that?
Well, I suppose no one else has still really done like overworld encounters in a 2D monster game. That's getting pretty niche, but it's still kind of our thing, I guess. Alright, so I'm going to check Twitter for more questions, and then we're going to do another giveaway. Someone said congratulations to over 100 viewers. Now, there can't be over 100 viewers watching us right now, can there?
Are there?
That's insane.
Nice.
Do I have a Twitch? Okay, I still got Firefox open back here with... We got 94 now. I'm sure it was over 100 a few minutes ago. That is wicked. All 94 of you, love every one of you. All of you are awesome. And we would not be here today without all those Kickstarter backers that made this all possible. Monster Crown just wouldn't be where it is today. We wouldn't be where we are today. We wouldn't be able to do this. It just wouldn't be the same without all them. And it wouldn't be the same without all of you watching right now. So thank you so much.
Can I just say, it was absolutely crazy when the Kickstarter was happening, because, like, I remember, I think all of us were pretty nervous beforehand. We were like, is this gonna, is this even gonna hit the projected target, and I think ultimately we're like, yeah, I mean, we have a lot of, like, dedicated fans, so we'll probably get around our target amount, but, like, I don't think we could have ever anticipated what we got.
No, there was just no chance. It's just... I still can't wrap my mind around it. I open up Monster Crown every day to work on it, and I think, well, I hope that I can live up to what all those people deserve. And, like, I guess that's all you can really do. You never get to a point where you say, yes, this is what those people deserve. We've reached it. So you're always reaching. And it basically comes down to how much more can I add without making it so the release date is like 2025. And I'm sure you're the same, Chad. It just feels like you got to rise to the occasion, but you never really feel like you 100% have made it. It's just, it's awesome, but it's also a lot of responsibility. But thankfully, we like that responsibility. All right, so we got a lot of questions coming in here, and Twitter is only showing me so many. I'm sure I can do a more expanded search later, but let's see. All right, so are there any monsters that have... Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to answer a batch of questions, and then one of those people randomly are going to get a poster signed by Shad. So this will be poster number 2 of 5. Rusty. I'm just going to say Rusty. Rusty, I hope you understand why I'm not saying your full name. Are there any monsters that have very polite eating habits? Like maybe they should use a fork or dab their mouths with a napkin? None that I can think of. I mean, I can't imagine Ritual being a messy eater because he's so dignified. And many of Shad's monsters are the same. But none that have table manners because they are wild beasts. Is the Switch version dropping at the same time as the PC? I can't give any hard confirmations, but like that's what I'm working so hard towards. So if it's at all within my power, yeah. How long will it take to beat the game approximately? So we're kind of getting some better numbers now that we got some playtesters in the private beta, but my guess has always been like maybe like 40 to 45 hours, and it could be a lot more, but I don't want to say a lot more and overpromise in case I find out that the playtesters are just buzzing through faster than I thought. But like to me, it's like 40 to 45 hour mark to beat the main campaign. Chris asks, do you think the game will be finished before 2020? I feel like it might be. I feel like we explained in the most recent Kickstarter update, it's not like we can't get the game done. It's that we want to get hands-on with private beta players, and we want to give them time to absorb it and see how they feel right at the beginning, after 3 hours playtime, after the first 2 dungeons, and we want to figure out what they don't like and fix it up. So it's hard to give an exact date, but I mean, that's just where we are right now, and our most recent Kickstarter update has a lot more detail about exactly where we are. Because if I can't give you a hard date, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you as much information as possible. I'm going to tell you everything I know, so you know exactly where we are and why I can't give a date. I don't want to ever just be like, well, we'll give you a date someday, because that's not what it's about. It's not like we're trying to hide anything. It's not like things have gone off the rails. Things are buzzing along great, and I love working on Monster Hunter every day, and it gets better and better every day. So yeah, check out our latest Kickstarter update, and if after that you have any questions, feel free to shoot me a DM, and I'm happy to chat for sure.
Monster Crown official release date, December 2014.
December 2014, over a year before we started. But yes, yeah, we didn't start. I said earlier I started working in 2015, but I was really just thinking then. We didn't actually start writing code until 2016. Any deep lore you'd like to share, J.K. Rowling style? Well, you'll have to discover it in the game. Every place in the game, everything that happens in the game, has a lot of lore implications, much like the Monster of the Week. So it'd be hard to pick out an individual detail. Some of my favorite lore is about how pacts were first put together. So stay on the lookout for that. Alright, and one more question before we do a little draw. Can we choose other users to breed our monsters with online? And is there an estimated total monster count? Great game, looks great so far, by the way. Thank you, Kiska. Hope I pronounced that right. So the total monster count is a surprise because we've hit our goal for number of monsters, and it's a little bit more. And I want every one we went beyond our goal to be a surprise to you. You can discover those. So our goal was to make 200 base monsters. That's all I'll say. Can we choose other users to breed with online? So what that is if you use the net egg to breed, it's a special egg that takes the place of one of your parent monsters, and it uploads a gene to the server of that monster. So if someone else uses a net egg, they'll grab a random gene from online. So it's kind of like a donor gene from another monster randomly someone out there made and played with. So you kind of get like a mystery egg function to that net egg. So that's the way the online breeding works. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's roll a random. Who's getting a poster? Number 3 again. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Sobble Squad Orbit 49. You are the proud owner of a signed by Shad Monster Crown poster. Congratulations. I'm going to open your name in a new tab.
Woo!
Woo! Now, I've got a lot of messages. If any of you guys are messaging me, I'd love to chat. I don't want to type the stream right now, but I will get to those later. So, right before we continue, I'm just going to make a quick run to the washroom. I'll be super quick. And, Shad, you can keep an eye on the chat there. If you want to answer questions or just if anyone asks anything, you go ahead. I'll only be a couple of minutes.
Yeah, sure. I'll entertain the good people here while you're gone. But first off, cough, I suppose. Been walking around a lot today, so. But yeah. Hello everyone. My city now. Hope you're all excited for me to become the overlord of Monster Crown. Can I sign all of your cool monsters? I can try. Don't know how I'm gonna do it from where I am now, but I will extend my hand out there and, try and get it as far as it. No riot. I mean, hopefully we wouldn't riot. This seems like a pretty good crowd, so thank you, Pokehearts. It's very kind of you. Trying my best to make some nice art for Monster Ground, so seems like a lot of people really enjoy it, and I'm very grateful for that. How did I become so rad? What's my origin story? My origin story is that during school, elementary through high school, I didn't pay a lot of attention in class, and I just doodled in the margins of my notes, and sometimes I would draw on an entire notebook paper instead of doing my notes. So I didn't do very well in school, but now I can draw. So I guess, it's kind of like it was my education, even though it wasn't intentionally my education, if you will. Kind of unintentionally doing art practice when I was supposed to be learning about math. So, if Monster Crown 2 were to ever happen, would I want to work on that? Yeah, absolutely. I am down for the ride for whatever ends up happening. Could be something crazy. I have no idea what is going to happen in the future. But whatever it happens to be, I would be happy to do it.
Yeah, Shad is doing monster designs for Monster Crown 2 no matter what. If Shad gets captured by a foreign government and put in prison, I'm coming to get him. I'm coming to break him out to make monsters. That's the only way we're going. That's the only way we play.
I'll draw monster designs on the wall of my cell, and I'll be like, please, you have to send these to Jason.
Someone activated the neurosis. Yeah, all right. Thanks, Chad, for keeping things running.
The people weren't too rowdy, so you should.
That's good. Didn't need to whip them in shape. Have any new monsters been revealed? Yes, we've revealed 3 special new monsters from Shad. So if you've missed those, I feel really bad for you. Like, what are you doing with your life? You missed those monsters. But seriously, they will be on YouTube later. We're gonna upload this, so you can check them out there. Activate the Jason signal. Shad shared all the secrets. Shad, did you tell spoilers while I was gone?
Spoilers are about my own personal backstory, maybe, but I
Oh,
don't
okay.
think those are in the game unless something is happening that I'm not aware of. But
Deepest lore. Could Shad still be alive?
am I? We don't know. I'm not sure.
With Mozart. Alright, so we got a island map and normal packs. Now we're headed to Milltown. Now you guys that played the Kickstarter backer demo, actually, you know what? We gotta go back and talk to Mom. We can't just leave without talking to Mom. Wow, great job, Jason. Your monster's looking strong. But one thing to keep in mind, Jason, is there are 5 monster types: vicious, brute, will, relentless, and unstable. So in order to be prepared and ready to counter any foe you might encounter, it's smart to have one of each type on your team. Now that's 5 types, you can hold 8 monsters on your team, so you get a few extra. But there's one more benefit to having a large team: monster synergy. Hold on, let me round up Tidon and that Primagon you tamed and meet me outside in just a few moments. Alright, Spill the Ram Ram's the final boss. Oh, yeah, the last boss would eat Ram Ram for dinner. Shad's final boss. Ram Ram. You hold the monster crown, but have you earned the right to wear it? Chad will decide. The bottom right hasn't been revealed yet. Yep, we're going to reveal that on the call with Rachel, because Rachel is like Telefang expert and has been following Saiko for like so long. Rachel might be the world's biggest fan of Saiko, so I want to make sure she's here on the call when when we reveal that. Maybe you should have saved before that. Umaro, maybe I should have, but you're talking about a bug and I got it fixed. So sorry. Too good. Too good. Maybe I should have saved. But I think it's fine. I'm sure it's fine. I will have all one type, gym leader strategy. How does mom know so much? Mom? We saw her in the loading screen. She's riding a Hani. So, like, mom is no stranger to monsters. She's like, monsters, I know about that. Mom is a Dilla breeder. She sure is. Oh, that's the one by the guest designer. It is Dragnoran. I've been avoiding saying your name subconsciously because I don't know how to pronounce it right, but I think it's Dragnoran. Mom looks good. I drawed her. That's kind of a bad joke because that's kind of how people talk where I'm from. Like, I drawed her. You know, not that they're bad at English. It's just, you know, the slang. Okay, so mom is going to be sending her monsters back and forth trying to build up synergy to attack me. So this is an extra little tutorial we thought would be fun for people to have. But if you level up your starter a lot, she's not going to have much room to knock you out. Need mom emotes in the Discord now. Enemy approaches. Mom is the enemy. Oh wow, she wrecked me. She wrecked me.
I mean, that seems to be what a lot of 14-year-olds are feeling. So
Mom is the enemy. Mom took away My Chemical Romance CD. It said explicit version. I told her there was no cursing, but there was. You may even discover new perks of synergy that are completely unknown to other tamers. Now, I know there's people watching that know what that's about. But I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to spell it out. You got to learn. You got to find out yourself. You got to master synergy.
I mean, you'll never be as good as mom, but you can try.
You can try. Alright, now I'm going to save. Mother Crown. Oh, the crossover event of the century. Mom saw you hiding your Game Boy under the pillow. Yeah, well, back in my day, Game Boys didn't have lights, so you couldn't play it at night. Unless you had a worm light, I think that's what it was called. So, yeah, she could have seen the light from the worm light, but you could just whip it out, and the light would be gone, and she wouldn't know. Unless you had the volume up, because you're listening to the Azalea Town soundtrack, which is an amazing song. But assuming you didn't, you're good. It's almost Mother's Day when she's at her peak power. I'm waiting for
Y'all
Bush.
should.
What was that, Shad?
I was gonna say y'all should get on my level. 'Cause back in the day, I used to play Skyrim at night secretly under my covers with my laptop, which I'm sure was loud. I don't know how I didn't get caught, but
Wow. That's it must have got so hot though. Like laptops make a lot of heat.
yeah, it wasn't my best decision. It wasn't the most comfortable thing in the world. But listen, I was picking flowers and fighting a bunch of mud crabs, so it was the life.
Ultra Instinct Mom. These monsters are too weak to tame. I need a strong monster to tame. I gotta fight Walrus. And he's tough. And he can drink water and replenish his health. Now guys, so come on. Am I gonna tame Secret or am I gonna tame Laz? Because I want to inflict that status effect on Walrus to make him a little easier, and I need some help. Who Claw's sprites changed? Yep, all the starters got new sprites. I should have showed them all when I was picking a starter, but anyway. This Laz is too weak. Sorry, Laz. It's a dog-eat-dog world. Okay, everyone wants me to get Laz. So I gotta find a Laz that's over level 1. Now there's a new theme up here. Oh yeah. Do you hear that? I gotta boost up that Monster Crown volume a little bit here. Come on, mixer. This is the non-battle version of the gangster theme.
I love it.
I love it too. And it's even better once you know the battle theme. It's just so perfect. Man, I love what the music team does. Oh shit! I was adjusting the volume and a brilliant Primagon came aboard.
Oh, nice.
Still using the gangsters versus thugs thing, huh? That's you gotta figure out yourself. What's the difference? Monster Crown Netflix live action adaptation. Oh yeah. These guys have interesting names. Alright. We're gonna contract this guy. Should I risk an attack?
He's only level 1, so...
He's level 1. Do I risk an attack? No, don't. No. What's that? Use an attack? Is that? Alright, we're gonna offer this guy Pact. Oh. Looks like I ran from battle by mistake. Alright, my mistake. Next brilliant, we won't screw around. Because I apologize. I did that. I was just joking around, but I messed it all up.
It's all good. He was just coming to test our skills, so next time we'll be ready for him.
What's with all these level 1 weaklings showing up? When I'm on stream, suddenly there's no tough monsters. Now, I can't fight that Walrus yet. Let's see, what? The level 7 Hookla. There's... you guys want lies, though? Well, at least I can kill this guy. Well, then, we got trolled. This game is amazing. Thank you. Even the trolling? Even the trolling? I don't know. Maybe. Truly a monster tamer master. It's like, man, the developer can't even catch a brilliant monster. Yeah, the level gap's a little much in the first area. You're right, but you know what? It's RNG getting us because only like 1 in 5 of these monsters should be level 1. So I don't know if we're dealing with a bug or we just got RNG, but like we're seeing a lot of level 1s here. So what's the deal with rainbow monsters anyway? Well, every 1 in 1,000 monsters is a brilliant monster. And it has unique coloring, and it actually increases the experience you get from battle. So they're very cool monsters, and they're very rare. Man, another level 1. Alright, I'm just going to have to do the old Laz switcheroo and level them up.
The old Laz swap.
Yeah. There's a Laz. He's hiding, but I'm going to get him. Oh, he jumped over me. Oh, I still got him in battle. Game fits very well on Switch. I'm just now realizing these aren't double battles. Monsters never face each other. Does the Brilliant Monster XP stack? The Brilliant Monster XP stack? No. The graphics look a lot nicer since the last stream was in. I still have the old demo with the broken heel claw. Yeah, the new tileset is looking great. Oh, awesome. We got a level 3 Laz here. Not as much grinding. It's that boy. Alright, we got to level up our Laz a little. And then I got a cool little surprise. Because these guys don't know something about this build, Chad. They don't know that there's a monster that you can get that they couldn't.
Ah, I see.
You're gonna run away from another rainbow. What a bunch of punks. I don't even want them watching. I'm like, go away. What good is 100 viewers on your stream if it's 100 punks?
So here's my question. I know some people do, and like in Pokemon, they do like the shiny Pokédex. I wonder how many people are gonna try and do that, where they just try and get every monster, but they're not gonna get it until they find a brilliant one.
Oh my god. If they want to get every crossbreed brilliant, then I feel really bad for them, really, because that's just so much time. I mean, it'd be a lot of dedication, but I kind of feel bad like that I made someone use up that much of their time. But if they're really that passionate about Monster Crown, I can't be anything but flattered. I feel like I'd have to give them cheats or something just because I'd feel bad.
If anyone makes every single crossbreed and species of monster you can get in the game and has them all brilliant, then like I will sign something, send it to you. That's a promise. I'll do it.
You know what we could do? You know, like you get a diploma when you get them all.
Oh, that'd be sweet.
But we could, if someone gets every Monster Crown monster. I mean, if a lot of people do this, we can't do it for everyone. But if it's only a few people manage to get every single monster, we could send them like an actual. At least the first few people to do it. We could send them an actual diploma.
We could print it out on like holographic like foil paper or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, sign it.
That would be amazing. We should do it, yeah, like the first 3 people to complete it all. But like, I know some people will hack it in, so I got to figure out some way to make sure it's legit. Because I wouldn't want hackers to take it all.
That's true.
Cool Boy Man. You've all come a long way with this game. Really excited about it. Hey, it's Cool Boy Man. This is the developer of Prism. So he is doing a monster, I guess, monster design, but also he's working on his own monster game. Now it's in the, I think it's still in the concept stages right now, but definitely keep an eye out for that. Because if there's one guy that understands making monster games, it is Cool Boy Man. We got some flying monsters here.
Yeah, Cool Boy Man has done some really cool stuff, so.
Yeah. And Cool Boy Man is
very excited to see.
Cool Boy Man is like a real life, like super awesome programmer too. Like I think he's been part of like a bunch of different, I don't know what teams, but I know he's been on like a bunch of different programming teams and stuff. And he's like, he's a legend. I know that he was one of my role models to get me inspired to start making Monster Crown, because like it can be such an intimidating thing to make a big game project. Like projects can go on forever and they fall to the wayside and they die off, but like this guy pulled it off. He got right to the end. He managed to right to the end, and it was a big inspiration for me. And I suppose I'm also a programmer and we're somewhat similar age, so I just felt like it just meant a lot to me. It showed me it was possible. So thank you, Cool Boy Man, for that. And I hope you realize how important it was to me and to everyone for you to do a guest design, just to pay tribute to you. I'm losing track of the comments. They're coming so fast. It's a great problem that everyone is tuning in. And like, thank you all for watching Monster Crown once again, especially anyone just joining us. I can't believe how many people want to watch this stream, but I hope we're entertaining enough for you. But thanks so much for all your questions and comments, and we're going to do our best to keep up.
Hey, if we're not entertaining enough, then maybe we'll just have to, I don't know, stream League of Legends or something.
Yeah, that's true. Jason has AirPods in. He can't hear us. You know what? I got an iPhone. Like I had like the most basic old Android phone. So I keep it simple. I don't really text many people. I don't browse the internet on my phone. I didn't even have data. But I was like, well, we might want to do an iPhone version someday. So I bought a used iPhone. So now I have Apple products for the first time, and it's better than I expected. I still like Android and iPhone. Like if you're doing the basic stuff I'm doing, they're both great, but no AirPods. Sorry to disappoint. Yeah, I should go heal soon. You are 100% right. KBM is a cool boy, man. Can't confirm personally, but you know what? Um, he was a cool boy, but he's become a cool man. And we found out that the real cool boy man all along was the cool boy man of the heart. I've just gotten to my house soon from Racy B. Wicked. I can't find the gif of your brilliant road ask on Twitter. Did you delete it? I did not. It should still be up there. One of the Screenshot Saturday posts, I think. I do agree with you, Jason. Personal preference for Android here, but Apple ain't bad. True, true, true. I did have an Android, and I had like a pretty nice phone a few years ago, and then I got kind of sick, and like I was off work a bit, and I had my phone, my Android in my pocket, and I went to go out to the car, and when I came back in, it like slipped down my pocket because pajamas sometimes have these really like shallow, slippery pockets, and my phone fell out and broke, and like the digitizer on the touchscreen was broke, and I loved it so much, that phone, and I've been just devastated ever since. It even had a ringtone that was from Animal Crossing, so it was like the Animal Crossing character speaking, and every time I got a text, it would be like gobble coffee, and it sounded like gobble coffee, which was just I love that so much. And now I'm so jaded, and I just get like the most basic phone. I'm sorry, I'll never love again.
One day there will be a phone. It'll come along, and you'll be like, "Been waiting for you," and you'll know.
I'll have pictures of all my monsters on it. People will be like taking out their wallets, showing me pictures of their kids on their phone, and I'll be like, "Look at these monsters. Check out these monsters." It's like, what? What? When you say your kid's attack power was? That's lame. Look at this crossbreed. Like, come on, get your priorities straight. Your kid is weak. All right, I'm gonna run because I'm going after the big one. I'm going after the Bloodmaster, the Water Drinker, Walrus. And this guy here gives a tip. If you talk to him, oh man, my monster got infected by Secret's vile tail. So you can choose Laz or Secret, whichever way you want to go if you want to poison stuff. Secret is faster, has higher chance of poisoning. Actually, he's faster, and his vile tail does damage and has a chance of poisoning, but is lower than Laz's, which is a lot higher guarantee but does less damage. So depending on your personal approach, which way you want to go, you'll choose Secret or Laz, ideally, unless you want to just grind and beat Walrus. Status effects are the worst. They last for the entire battle. Thankfully, monsters are pretty resilient. A few moments away from the heat of battle is all it takes for it to clear up. That being said, maybe I should add an infectious monster to my team to beat high health foes. Ooh, tips. Tips and tricks from the citizens of Crown Island. Can we get a look at the monster journal? Oh, what a great idea. Actually, we don't have it yet. Once we get the monster journal, you will see it. I'm going to die so much when trying to explore places I shouldn't. Walrus tame, Walrus tame. You can't tame Walrus. Didn't you play the Kickstarter demo? Or can you? Will there be a way to move faster in the game? Yes, there is a run button. I'm avoiding using it now because I'm kind of just,
Enjoying the tile set.
yeah.
Those water tiles look so nice. Like, they're beautiful. I love them.
I do love him too. I love that new tile set. In 2020, we discovered the Denju world in our new phones. Oh yeah. I'm just muting the stream when customers come in. Hopefully I won't get in trouble. A bucket, where are you? What kind of job are you working? I want to know what kind of work you're working at and you're sneaking the monster crown. Tell me. I gotta know. Is Merc Sommer still in? Yes, he is. But because I'm trying to show some new material and like I'm kind of taking it pretty chill. I don't want to go too far off the main path because I'm worried we won't get to the new content in time. So let's poison the whalers. I'm working retail. Okay. Oh no, we didn't even hit whalers. Blubber
Well,
wall.
wishing you luck with that one. He's a tough guy.
Oh, come on, whalers. Join my party. Man, do you hear that new battle track?
It's so nice.
That's great. Mark Stormer reminds me of a Digimon. I hope in a good way. Get scuffed. Alright, I'm not sure if we got any contracts left. We might have to go right for the throat on Whalers. Trying to get a Rodask on my side. Hopefully he can outspeed that fat guy.
Too fast. He's gonna beat him up.
Oh, I got no packs left. Wow. Alright, we're stuck going right for Whalers. Shouldn't have killed that Rodask earlier. You're right. Rachel, keep schooling me with Rodask. I'm gonna be on my deathbed someday, and my family's gonna surround me, and they're gonna say, "Jason, what are your last words?" I'm gonna say, "If I have to live my life differently," and then Rachel's gonna pop out and say, "You should have tamed that Rodask. Maybe your life would have went differently." And she'll be right, but I'll hate her. She'll be
That's
right,
okay,
but
because she'll never know. Because in that moment, the Rodask was too fast. Takes you out before you can finish your sentence.
she's saying she comes to mercy kill me. Oh man.
Yeah, she has the fastest Rodask in the world, and she's like, "It's over for you, old man."
Oh man. 100 punks watch. Digimon has some super good designs. I know people associate Digimon with knockoff of Pokemon jokes, but they're genuinely ascended level of Digimon designs. Yeah, I mean, maybe I'm biased, but I'm so tired of people saying that monster RPGs are all just knockoffs of Pokemon. Because Pokemon is awesome, and there are also awesome monster taming games. And, I know in the West we've only mostly seen Pokemon. But, Japan, there's, a whole genre. And there was here in the 90s, and sometimes it comes back. But there's a lot of indie monster games on the way, so I think that the genre has a bit of a renaissance ahead of it as well. But yeah, you'll never hear me say Digimon as a Pokemon ripoff. Digimon a better anime. When I was a kid and I saw the Digimon movie for the first time, the second it was over, I rewinded the VHS and just started over. It was just too good. I had to watch it again. Can't lose twice to the same mon in your own game. Good idea, Game Onion. I didn't. Jason, thoughts on
We did it.
thoughts on Shimigami Tensei? It's cool as hell. Can you not get both Secret and Last? Well, you could. I mean, yeah, but I guess it's a design decision. Do you want the fast guy that can whittle away health and probably poison, or do you want Laz that's slower and stationary but has a more guaranteed toxic quality to him? I mean, yeah, you could totally get both. What was all that red stuff? Still working on color on this toss head a bit. I know it is kind of red, but this town has a bit of a red theme to it. I'm pretty sure the North American Digimon movie was 3 Japanese films hacked together. Oh, it was at least 2. It might be 3. I'm so pumped for this game, loving how polished this is looking. Great work. Thank you, Wizard. So we got to Milltown. Do you hear this? Do you hear this soundtrack? As soon as I heard this, it brought me back to childhood. and I said, Game Onion and Alex, you guys are just making my life. I gotta boost this up a bit. And I love this one so much I made it the loading screen too. I'm gonna leave that up for a second. We'll check for any more questions and give away shirt number 3. Shad, do you need to take off soon, or are you still pretty good?
I should be good at least for a little bit longer.
Okay, cool. I don't want to be just babbing on here if you gotta take off soon. Based and onion belt. Could you make a contest for monster design to pick the best one to be in the game? Well, we kind of got like all our monsters in. I mean, it's something we're gonna talk about, and we'll talk about it with Sedesco and see what works. But like I said, like everyone except me, their work is completed on the game, and we're trying to move towards that final phase. So it's not a guarantee that we'll add more monsters. I mean, it's something we could do, but that's kind of my thoughts on it. That I wanna keep everything moving in the right direction too, and not sort of move back a step. Alex deserves the most credit for this one. Barely had any involvement. Alex Navarra. He is a stellar dude. He makes such great tracks. Him and Game Onion. And I usually call Game Onion by his name, but I think he likes to use the handle Game Onion. I don't want to reveal his name unless he wants to, but they're both amazing. It just feels...
Okay, the real question is it actually Game Onion, or is it supposed to be something else?
Game Onion? Like Game Onion or something? Like different pronunciation?
I just seem to remember, like, I called him Game Onion once, and he was like, don't call me Onion. So I don't know. Maybe he was just trolling me, but...
I don't think he likes it when you capitalize the G and O, like as if it was a name. I think he just likes it all lowercase Game Onion. I think that's...
Okay, I see.
Yeah. Is that weird Heart Forge thing around? Yeah, that's over here. And that probably needs a bit of a tileset update too to match the rest. But you know what this is? This is it's a big furnace, and it's based on Domagon. You know, the monster Domagon that breathes fire, has the hammer. And if you look at what they're doing, they've got a little river dug right to the ocean to come here because this town is really poor, and they sell food to people that travel through on the way to and from your farm. And they can't really afford a proper, oven to cook this stuff in, so they have this one that's kind of made for metalwork. So they dig a trail to it so that the water can flow in and keep it cool, so they can use this thing that's made to like melt metal to cook their food and keep it cool enough to do it. So there's a bit of a story around that, and it's kind of part of the town's lore. Any monster taming game you're looking forward to besides Pokemon? I've been so just keep my head down and working on Monster Crown and trying not to think of much else or play any new games that I haven't really kept up on any news. But as soon as Monster Crown's done, I'm absolutely going to check out what's out because I love monster games. I'm overdue to play Serial M3.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think Serial is the one that I want to get into.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And there's a lot of cool ones on the way. Alright. So, yes, giveaway time. I can end up talking to you, Shad, and talking to the comments and playing the game, and I get so distracted. Alright, so we ended off with Kiska. So let me refresh the page. We might have to do a few more this time. Daniel P. Rapid fire question time. No, we already did that. Please tell me that if you have a plague and you go into a house, they just burn the whole place down at the spot. By Rachel. I should have expected this question from Rachel. No, they don't. But lore-wise, yes, they do. Jason, are there still plans in the works for DLC monsters after release? Absolutely. I've been thinking about that for the past 2 weeks a lot. We want to keep pushing out those monsters. You can't. Something I've learned is you can't always easily patch stuff. Like it can. Sometimes there's a lot of requirements over pushing out a patch. Like Steam is super easy, but other platforms sometimes like there's some hoops you got to jump through and how often you can patch. So we're trying to figure out the best way to approach that and get it out to everyone in a decent amount of time. But yeah, absolutely, I'm still really excited about the post-launch support and dropping those free DLC monsters. Spymander. When designing monsters, what do they tend to take the most inspiration from? Real life animals? Now, Chad, you might want to tune into this one too. Take most inspiration from real life animals, cryptids, or mythological creatures, or other fictional creatures, or just pure inspiration. So for me, it's like I start with an animal base for inspiration, and then I think of a monster that shares some traits with that animal but is not that animal. And then I kind of go from there, and I can bring in more elements of different animals or cryptids or mythological creatures. But I try to keep it really uh, as if you started with a blob that you molded into something. I try to start with monster and mold it into something rather than starting with animal. It's usually just tied to a few animals. How about you, Shad?
I think I get a lot of inspiration from mythology and cryptids. A lot of the time, I'll have like an idea of like the mood or like the sort of behavior of sort of monster that I want. For example, if I'm like, oh, want like a really like a sort of fast and trickster type monster, then I'll try and think of maybe some mythology or animals that kind of resemble that. Or sometimes I will think of like I'll try and think of like two ideas that I like, but I don't tend to go together. Um, but then I try and think of like how to put them together. Like for example, if anyone here has seen the interview I did a while back with Nintendo Dual Screens, um, I did a monster design that I showed off for that interview, and for that one, the idea was like a basically like a Mothman, and like a crinoid, which is like a fossil like starfish type thing. And like those two ideas, I don't know if they would necessarily be thought of together usually, but I was just thinking, these are two things that are really cool, so how can I merge them together? So sometimes I'll do something like that, kind of like as a challenge to myself to see like what sort of cool thing I can make from two unrelated ideas like that.
Awesome. Yeah, I noticed that you stick close a lot of times to mythology, which is really cool because I don't know a lot of stuff about a lot of different countries' mythology. Like I know a lot about cryptids usually, but
Mhm.
you kind of bring in an element that I don't really think about a lot, which is really cool. I think because it adds a lot of diversity to the list of monsters.
I'm just like a huge mythology fan. Like I don't know if anyone here remembers those like dragonology books that were like really popular back in the day. Like I was the kid. I had like every version of it. I read it like front to back. I had it memorized. Like that sort of thing.
I think I
It's
remember
really
seeing
interesting to me.
those in like the book order at the school or something. Yeah, that takes me back. I hadn't thought of those in a long time. That's cool. All right. Ostrava asks, "Hey, we share a Switch and we will have different users for our save files. Is there any way we can trade or battle each other's save files, or any way we can interact with each other?" That is a great idea. A great question. Yeah, I'll have to look into that. I mean, obviously, you need to interact with the game at the same time to do any sort of live PvP like battle or trade. So you guys share a Switch, that kind of rules out that part. So I'm not sure if battle will be possible. But trading is a very interesting question, and you got my noggin jogging now, and I'm starting to think about like the actual code of things and like the Switch integration. So yeah, I'm gonna think about that a lot. Dan Leonard, are you going to show any scrapped concept after release? The progression of designs is super interesting. Been following the game since it pretty much showed up on the internet. Can't wait for release. I started smiling reading that because it's just like it just hit me like The people out there are super interested in our design process and want to see us craft content. It was like, I feel like a real, Chad, I feel like we're making it like a real game now. Like, I know that
I
sounds,
think we might be. It kind of feels like it.
I know that sounds ridiculous, but it's just, it never, you never get used to it. But yeah, we're definitely going to show some scrap content. The art book is going to be loaded with scrap content. If people did make a cutting room floor page, uh, I think that they could like pull 99% of it from the art book, which is kind of like it's an art book and it's a player's guide and it's like scrap content, story of development. It's going to be a big old book that's kind of lets us say all the things that there's not necessarily one good place to say it all. Um, so yeah, stay tuned for that. So that's one,
I have to
two,
say,
three.
there's a. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just counting. You go ahead.
I was gonna say there's a monster that got scrapped kind of early on, and I told myself I kind of like the idea of this monster, so maybe one day I'll go back and touch it. But then I never had time to like try it again. But maybe I haven't thought much about like the DLC stuff that's gonna happen. But maybe I'll try and take another whack at it. But if not, I'm sure it'll show up in the art book. So keep your eyes open for that.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. I can't wait to get the art book out there. All right, we got one more question in this batch, which is by Arieth. Will there be any classic elemental mechanics, or is it limited to the 5 monster types? So we decided to take a different approach. A lot of games stick with elements and stick with your fire, water, wind, air. But we decided to go with personalities because, like, not personalities, but I suppose personality traits. Because monsters are almost human level intelligence. They're just below. They're maybe what you would imagine as like a caveman level intelligence. And so their personality kind of incorporates a single trait. They're kind of single track minded. They're instinct based. So you have your will, your vicious, your relentless, your brute. So that's kind of what the whole thing is designed around. So there's not really any elemental types to the attacks, but you might have an attack, say like, let me think. You might have like an ice shard attack. Now that would be unstable because it kind of represents a type of elemental power that's not commonly seen in most monsters of like the will type. So you get attacks that look and are called like an ice type attack, but they won't be typed like ice in an effectiveness like type chart manner. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's roll for 6. I'm going to hit it a few times because I don't want to end up with the same number again. All right. 5. We got 5. Who is number 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dan Leonard. You got yourself the number 3 out of 5 signed poster today from Shad. So I'm gonna keep your name here, and we're gonna touch base for your address after the stream. All right. So let's see. I went away from the chat for too long. Is the release date gonna be the same for Switch and PC? Gonna do our best. Monsterology, I had those too. Zai had those as well. I'm not surprised Zai had them. Zai is like, I'm sure that Zai could get a degree in fictional monster biology, like of any series. Zai is like Monster Chen. All right, Rachel is ready. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play to the end of the next fight, and then we're gonna get Rachel on the line. So we're wandering through Milltown, getting through here, checking out the new tileset. Oh man, I love those stairs. Oh, what is this? An old man at the dock. Oh, hello there, young boy. At times over the past 20 years, I would take a moment to look out to sea. I could always see them watching. Those monsters just beyond the shore, the Efil. No hope lies beyond the shore. That's what everyone says. It's only now at the end of my life that I ask myself, is it really the I feel that are watching? Oh, what a selfish man I must be. To have spent my life carefree and now burden you with troubling questions like these when you are so young. Enjoy your life, boy. It goes so much quicker than you can even imagine. What's this? Notices your boat. That's a wicked comment, Orbit. I could always see then. Mysterious seal guardians. Oh, is that how it's pronounced? Yep. Efil. It's like enigma and seal. That's kind of how it's pronounced. Gonna wreck this Rodask. Although I should have tamed him. Although I don't have any contracts. So, no packs. Did you buy contracts? I didn't. Rachel, I'm not. I feel like I want to just boycott Rodask. Just to piss Rachel off.
Rachel's gonna come and like team of only Rodass and mess you up.
Stay back in town. I can't afford to lose time dealing with nosy folks like you. Boss, this place is absolutely loaded. We got at least 20,000 G worth of mineral Zephyr on the surface alone. Daniel, keep it down. We're trying to get a good deal on this contract. Don't go shouting something like that. Sorry, boss. Listen, kid, can you keep your mouth shut? Last thing we need is for Jasper to know about this. Everyone's out for themselves in this business. We'll be working for less than minimum wage if Jasper finds out how valuable this place really is. Here, take 100G and you can grab whatever's loose on the cave floor. Just stay quiet and get back in town until we're done. I should heal up, Game Onion. Team of all brilliant Rodas. Are the inhabitants of Crown Island stuck there because of the FEL? Yes, they are. Yep, the civilized world is just on Crown Island. That's it. Curious about the world of Monster Crown and how or if they interact with the outside world. Sequel could go into them leaving the island then. I would speak, but it would ruin everything. And you might think you know what I mean by that, but I can almost guarantee you don't. Welcome to the barge. Proud to serve the needs of common folk in Tamara like continent-wide. Wait, you don't even have a pack. Well, of course every tamer needs one. You know, I've never met a tamer so young before. We'll make a deal. You make the barge your #1 stop for packs. And I'll hook you up with a free Glatovia leather pack, free of charge. Now keep in mind, it's a rough world out there. You'll lose everything in your pack if you get taken out by a monster, so be sure to store any valuables in the mini bank over on your left. So, if you die, you lose all your stuff. You can store whatever you'd like in the bank and take only what you need, but if you die, you lose everything. So, you don't lose your monsters, but you lose all your items. So, the idea in Monster Crown is you stick to the road, you're going to stay safe. You want to avoid battles, you can totally do that. If you go out into the wild, you start exploring, you better take only what you need, pack just what you need, because if you die, you're going to lose it all. And many other tamers have lost their possessions out there in tamer packs too, so it's a rough world. So you need to plan and strategize and figure out what you're going to risk, because it's high stakes if you do get taken out by a deadly monster. The overworld has already been taken over by the Rodask Menace. You didn't call Dad, he'll be worried. That's true, I should call Dad. You should probably use it to buy a contract. Damn, you've got me so hyped. I'm delighted that you're hyped. Final boss, second game is my blue Rodask. Hibiwiki is the final boss of Monster Crown 2. Is there a wearable Hawaiian t-shirt? Not yet. Should we put one in? Do we need Hawaiian shirt for Monster Crown? Can someone else find it in their game? No, but that is a pretty cool idea. I like this challenge of the game. Really makes the game feel dangerous. Alright, let's see what you got for sale there, bud. Kid, welcome to Monster Mart. $100. Let's see what we got. Let's buy ourselves some packs. We're loading up on packs. Do an old save. That's a mean mechanic. Gonna be fun. Oh yeah. What's the monster behind him? Let's see. Let's see. What monster is that? Oh, that monster back there helping moving boxes. What monster is that? And I wonder how you get him. He's not in the wild. That's for sure. Can we get a look at the monster journal soon? Alright, we'll finally bring up the monster journal and then we'll call Dad. Alright, so you got this journal after you beat Walrus from the gangster. So it's got a few tips in here about what type beats what. General what you should be up to. A look at the map. And you've got a monster encyclopedia. So far, we've seen Primagon, Tidon, Walrus, Rodask, Laz, and Secret. Now, if you checked out our latest Kickstarter update, what you learned is that this compresses. So, Secret, for example, is number 25 in the monster index. But there's not 25 monsters here, so it's compressed down. So, you want to try to see every monster in every area to fill out your encyclopedia. And you won't really know how many there are. In fact, I will tell you that there's one monster that we could have encountered by now that we haven't. So we've seen Secret, we've seen Laz, we've seen Rodask, we've seen Primagon, we've seen Walrus. Now we haven't seen Merksomer, but there's one more. And that monster is a very unique, special monster. And if we had more time, we could go looking for him because he has a very low chance of occurring. But every area has a unique monster that is a little bit unknown. So be on the lookout for that. It is not Agony. I was hoping a type web would be in the game. Oh, yes, we're going to replace it with like a circle chart so you can see what type beats what. Let's see. Let's give old Dad a call. Hey, kiddo, is that you? You made it there without trouble. What? Gangsters? They swam across the river? Well, I guess so long as you didn't have to deal with them, huh? Well, thanks for checking in. I'll let you go for now, but call me every once in a while. Okay? Good luck. Alright, so do we need to heal up? Yeah, we gotta heal up, man. Take a few moments to rest up? Sure. Classic Dad. Alright, we're gonna save. Well, actually, for Monster RPG's non-classic Dad. That's true, because he's there. Where does Hoopla show up in the journal? Yes, that is one bug that we have right now. The starter is not registered in the journal properly. Gotta fix that. We had a thirst glitch in the demo. Yep, it's not thirst, but good guess. It's a good educated guess, but no, that's not the one. That was definitely a glitch. But when I play, I will know when I'm missing something. I got my special list of monsters with me. That's true, and you can always check online the monster of the weeks and see if the numbers add up. Okay, let's see what this boy got to say. Prospectors are nearly done. That's great. Jasper? What do you mean Jasper? Why would they be dealing with... Oh crap, can you come with me? Listen, it's all legal in black and white. You can't argue with the paperwork. You own the only store in town. You nickel and dime us and charge us ridiculous amounts of money. We can barely afford food for our kids. You want to own the mine, too? What? Jasper's going to own the mine? Of course I'm going to own the mine, you goddamn peasants. What, you're all angry because you didn't think of it first? Because you lost a good deal when I was the one fast and smart enough to get in on it before you? That's just the law of nature, you cowards. Forward thinkers, entrepreneurs, go-getters. It's people like me who reap the rewards. The mayor was going to sign it. The deed was supposed to be ours. The king himself agreed. We should all own it. We should all reap the rewards of our work. We'd finally be on the map. We'd all be wealthy. Too bad you were all too weak to reach out and take it, and it's mine now. Don't you worry. I'll be sure to pay you at least a little something to work for me. You'll afford to feed your children. That's what you want, right? You annoying, nosy child. You think having a monster makes you untouchable, don't you? Ha, I'm a forward thinker. Do you really think a man like me wouldn't be prepared for trouble like you? Jasper has like 2,000 IQ. What a rude dude. Jasper's so mean. Jasper would be like, we live in a society. Jasper is Joker. It's mine now. Is that a pawn? No, I'm not nearly that clever. Well, the new sprite. Yeah, I'm really happy with the sprite. The revamp definitely worked out for it. You guys deserve so much recognition for this game. Honestly, a truly special looking game. So many intricacies that you all incorporated. All your heart and soul put into this. So I can really see this game blowing out big. Thanks so much, Wizard. I don't even know how to respond to that. I just don't. Oh, he's swapping out. These tamers are tough, and they know how to build up synergy. Thank God Mom showed us the tutorial.
If Mom was here, she'd take care of this in like 2 seconds.
She would. I don't know why we just don't send Mom to beat up the bullies.
It's for her own good. She's too powerful.
She is a bit too powerful. She would destroy the villains. Gangsters, thugs, she would take them out. She'd be kind of like Azumi from Full Metal Alchemist. She would just go in there and kick the hell out of everyone. Oh, I don't know if we can win. I might need to grind or tame more monsters.
You can do it.
Oh no. You know what I did? I bought contracts and did not put them away. I bought packs and didn't put them away in the bank. So I probably lost them.
You fool. Well, just it's a learning curve, you know? Now you know.
Yeah, you think I'd be better at this game by now. I got like 8 million hours logged, I think. Oh man. I might have enough for one contract. We got enough for one. Grew up in Pokemon and Digimon. This is everything I've ever dreamed of. You're the people's champion. It's not just me. There's a lot of people who helped with this game. Okay, we got one normal pact. I'm gonna save now. Crystal Will form is actually so cool. Rodass could have saved your soul. Man, she's rubbing it in. Can we ban her?
I don't think we can ban people for opinions. It's not very nice.
Oh, that's what you think. I can ban people for opinions all I want. It's not very nice, but
I can see you can.
I can, yes.
You have the ability to.
Would I rather be considered a nice person or get rid of Rachel? It must be confusing for people watching though, because there's Telefang Rachel, that's Rachel B, and then this is Rachel Hibiwiki Rachel, and I'm kind of using the same name for both.
We got the Rachels out here.
Yeah. Well, it's very easy because we can just call Telepang Rachel the good Rachel, and we'll call HebeWiki, who keeps bullying me, the bad Rachel.
Dark Rachel. Shadow Rachel. We got Liquid Rachel over here.
Oh, man. Can't ban the truth, Jason. This is a dictatorship. Whatever Jason says goes. The Rachels outnumber you, that's true. I'm Rachel A. Oh, okay. I don't know if that's you saying that you're the first or if your last name actually starts with A. But I'm going to assume that your last name starts with A. So I'll call you Rachel A. Yes, you're right, Game Onion. That is one. Gotta get around to fixing that. One really cool feature that we've been working on is the monster radar. So you don't need to look so far for monsters. You can kind of just, it tells you which direction the nearest monster is. And we're trying to figure out where to unlock it, but it will be coming in handy a lot right now. Will there be any way to check?
We could have like a helpful figure, perhaps give it to you.
Yeah, true. I'm going to tame this secret. Will there be any way to check how much of the monster journal is filled out? Right now there isn't, but it is a good idea, like a percent, like give percent. That'd be scary, you know, because it actually shows. You can look at monster crossbreeds in there too, so it'd be scary because like you'd play for like 20 hours and be at 1%.
So yeah. Oh yeah, I've got like 50 monsters. 1%. What do you mean?
Very demoralizing. All right, we finally got another monster. Time to heal up. I should probably grind a little bit more. How long will the stream be going for? I have to leave in like half an hour. That's a good question. You know, I'm trying to beat Jasper so I can get Rachel on the phone. Rachel B. And then it's not too far after that we're going to get to the end. I would say there's probably not going to be a half hour, but it's probably about an hour. You see that? When you come in here, that's Milltown up there. There's Dew Cave over there. You come down here in between. What is it? Is Mildew. This is clever writing. This is. I don't want to call myself today's Shakespeare. But you know what? I wouldn't correct you if you said that. My fiance just asked if you guys know I'm a huge dork. So you can tell me in the chat. Do you know that I'm a huge dork, or do you think that I'm just an alright dude? Jason makes the good jokes, Takupa says, and Takupa is like the smartest man I've ever met.
I mean, can you really make a monster game without being at least some level of a dork? Like, I think it's required.
Yeah. I mean, maybe if you're some kind of like, maybe you're not a dork and you're just like a jockey, you can make like a sports collecting game or something. Or I don't really understand sports, but a hockey or baseball, collector.
Okay, but I would kind of love that. Could you imagine like a monster taming game, but like all the monsters you're taming are like sports mascots or something like that?
Oh, mascots. But see, I think having mascots kind of tips it back more towards us nerd territory.
Okay. Yeah, that's true. I just like character design too much, I guess. Here we go. We can collect sports like dudes, like the players, but you have to like go and fight them, like a monster game. Because there's games about like making your roster or whatever. At least I'm pretty sure there are.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know anything about sports, so I'm not sure. But
Galaxy Brain. Madden is just a jock monster game. Very, very good. Jason is a punk, not a nerd.
I have a level 32 John Madden.
Yeah, well, go to hell. Go. Can we get more Monster Crown memes on the subreddit? If you want to make memes, then I suppose it's a bit narcissistic for me to make memes myself, but the Fast Road Ask one was pretty funny. What was that about me being the smartest person alive? Well, it's true. I mean, just all you gotta do is check out like one stream or YouTube video, and you're like, Dakupa is like literally the smartest man in the world. Was that waifu in the background? Hi, waifu. Hi, waifu. She talks so much shit, it's ridiculous. I hope she's doing well. Yeah, she's feeling okay enough to talk shit. That's well enough for that, I suppose. Yeah. All right, we're gonna heal.
Is it really true love if you can't talk shit about someone?
She knows what that.
Yes, but I suppose. The Blue Road Ask wasn't even meant to be a meme, just a breeding experiment, I swear. Then he stole my wallet and took control of my life. That happens.
You have to be careful, you know? Everything is just like, oh, I'll just try it out. Suddenly, you have no money and don't know what happened.
Road Ask is basically the gateway drug to a life of degeneracy. Jason, you posted a bad link in your tweet about the stream, so you're like a semi-nerd. A bad link? Them damn URL shorteners. Ah, damn. I gotta revoke my nerd license. Alright, this time we're gonna beat Jasper for real. Secret, it's coming so fast. Switched for a type advantage. I don't know which is gonna do more damage. Damn. I always find myself like trying to play the game with the least number of monsters possible. Whereas if I was playing anyone else's game, I'd have like every monster tamed. Remember that the key to defeating your opponents is to channel your love through your monsters. Nice one, Drowskin. We keep the videos in the Twitch channel so we can see the streams later. I haven't in the past, but I will this time. Eat shit, Jasper. Punk versus Punk. I think you might need to adjust the power levels for the early parts. I mean, it's totally doable if you tame like one more monster. I only grinded because I was like insistent on sticking with 3. We find most people. We've been tweaking the challenge level, and it seems to be in an alright place now. And I think most people do end up taming 4 or 5 monsters by here. I did it. We did it, Adrian. Adrian. Yo, Adrian. We did it. Damn you, punk, damn all of you. You're all beneath me, just bottom feeders grasping for pennies. You'll never make it without me. You better run, Jasper. You better pray I don't catch you. You think you can own us? You think you can starve our kids? David was right about you. What that kid did to your monster, I'm gonna do to you. Jasper's running. He's running. Dad, wait. Dad. I'm gonna have like 2 monsters by this point. I like a more challenging monster game, so difficulty curves are welcome on my end. You unlocked Rachel's voice call. Jasper needs to shape up his damn language. Dream Monster reveals in a couple of giveaways. I think the recordings are going up later though, so you can catch up. Sure are. Jasper got what he deserved. Now that's the comment I was looking for.
Classic Jasper.
Classic Jasper. He's so zany.
Getting wrecked by Effie.
He's like, yeah, it's like a sitcom. Like I imagine like a Full House-esque like opening, and Jasper gets eaten, and like everyone just laughs. Yeah. Whatever happened to FVEO? Roughneck out there roasting Jasper like no one's business. They're just gonna jump off the pier. He's dead. Jesus, holy shit. Rest in peace. F. Classic Jasper. It's messed up. Nothing of value was lost, but wow. Alright, so I'm hoping that you're starting to get the idea that this is not a very kind world. Time to save. Alright, so I'm going to get through Dew Cave. We might even see the special unique monster. And then we are going to give Rachel a call. So I just if any of you have to take off soon, I'm thinking Dew Cave is going to take us maybe 10-15 minutes. It's not super long. And hopefully you can be here for the reveal.
Dranzikin, that's pretty deep. I like that. I like to think the world is as kind as you are to it. I mean, that makes sense, you know? If you're running around and being rude, then people aren't going to be very nice to you. Jasper found that out.
Oh, damn, I should have healed up. Someone in the comments told me to heal up too, but I forgot to heal up. Alright. Yeah, so it's been a long time since you guys saw Jaws, and hope you like the new design. He's a bit less tattered, but he's a bit more slipstreamed. And, of course, a new color, but the same spirit is still there. Chompy boy. Jaws got a color overhaul. Yep, sure did. I didn't heal. Yeah, but Rachel B, when you die, you get healed up. So I'm good now.
You know, I remember, like, way back in the day, you were explaining the locations to me. And you were like, you mentioned the mildew thing.
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh, it makes sense now.
Even back then, I thought I was
together.
clever. It's yeah, no, it's just a crappy pun, but kind of funny if you're like if it's 3 a.m. and you haven't slept in like 28 hours. It's really funny. And yeah, people say they love this background, this battle background, and This is like one of the first things Shad done for us besides a monster design, and like I just described the location and Shad nailed this background, like amazing RPG battle background.
You know, I've done like a lot of pixel art and stuff, but I think that this background is still one of my favorite things I've done.
It's really good. Every time there's a screenshot of it up going around online, people love it. Part of me wants Dracula for the atomic clock, but I really love Kanan's design. Fingers crossed for awesome for like AC for him. Yep. K9 evolves with an item called BOTD, but I won't say what that means because you can figure it out on your own. And Shad, don't guess because I know you'll guess it, but I don't want. I know you'll guess it, but and then you'll instantly realize, oh yeah, I already know that is true. So don't say anything, but they can guess.
Don't worry, I'll keep it in my brain.
All right. What the? There's a kid here on our turf? Bad enough we got those mobster suits messing with us. We've been working on draining this damn cave for too long. I ain't gonna move an inch. I ain't letting some kid push us around either. Yeah, let's mess him up. We'll show the boss we're still worth it. We ain't too weak for some kid. Oh yeah. Now that is music. I gotta turn that up a bit.
I listened to the music so much when I was designing monsters. It's good stuff.
It is, yeah. So like years from now when you hear this, you're not gonna be nostalgic of playing the game, you're gonna be nostalgic of like the designing.
Yeah, I'll be like, I remember when I was drawing like monster forms to this music.
Damn, Crown Island is not a safe place to live. No, my friend, it is not. Oh man, I love this music. That feeling when you want to delay beating them because you just want to hear the music. Oh yeah, he's getting wrecked. Now I gotta need 2 battles to win this one. The worst monster of all Crown Island is man. Very profound statement. Maybe when you're done the game you can tell me if you still agree. Screw you, kid, you're gonna pay for that one day, mark my words. The boss is gonna make you all pay. Traveling to Desperado is unsafe. A wild Tanukrook is on the loose. Let's save here. Now, before we go any further, we're gonna give old Rachel a call. Shad, what does your night look like? I don't know if I can be on.
I have to finish a paper. Hopefully soonish, but I'm planning on sticking around a little longer because I wanna hear Rachel's.
Okay.
I'm sure it'll be similar. Hopefully, it shouldn't take too long. I don't know what I'm trying to say, words, but I want to hear what Rachel and also the chat has to say because I'm very excited.
Okay, well, I will let you go on Discord, and I'll call Rachel, and if you want to jump back on after we chat, that's up to you, but if it ends up being late, then that's fine.
I probably will leave after that, because I think my papers technically due at midnight. But,
wow. Paper due on the end of a Friday night. That's basically sociopathic thing to do.
No, it's the worst, and especially end of a Friday night on the last week of school.
Oh, man.
But I'll get it done.
Well,
if I don't end up coming back, it was super nice to check in with all of you. Of course, I'll probably end up watching the rest of the stream. If not while it's happening, then after my paper's turned in, and I can lie down for a little while and think about how I don't have to do any more assignments. But it's really cool, and I've been enjoying it so far, and I look forward to seeing all of your questions, and next time when we can meet up on stream or whatever else again, I'll be glad to join them too. So y'all have a good night.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Shad, for stopping by. And we've given away 3 of your posters, and we got 2 more on the way. So to those that won, expect that from Shad in the near future with the old autograph. Thanks again, Shad, for coming along. Best of luck with your paper.
Thank you. I'll see you guys later.
See ya.
See you.
All right, let's see if we can get Rachel on the line. Let me see. Are you ready? While I'm asking Rachel that, I will load up my image. Hello? Hello? I cannot hear Rachel. So maybe she needs to unmute or something on the way. We'll just give her a minute. And I will get the monster reveal ready. Oh man, so many people said bye to Shad. You guys are super nice. Real question is, are you ready, Jason? Oh, I'm always ready. Thank you, Wizard. That's also my work. Game Onion is a genius, as is Alex. He's taking his sweet time connecting. Okay, no problem. Try having both you and Rachel leave the call and starting a new call. Good idea. I'm just going to try to add this image display one more time, and then I will do that. Hello?
Hello?
Hi, Rachel.
Hey.
Welcome to Crowns FM. You're our 105th caller.
Oh, sweet. What do I get?
We haven't prepared a prize. No, but seriously, thanks so much for joining us. And I know you've been super busy. You've had a really, really busy year so far, really. If you
man, always.
yeah, Yeah, and like a tough year, I'm sure, no doubt. But I'm glad you joined us for Psycho's monster reveal. And do you want to just take a minute to introduce yourself and maybe mention how long you've been following Psycho?
Okay, so basically, I'm a huge nerd, but I think you all already got that. So I can't remember exactly when it was, but I'll say around like 2001 or 2002 or so. I first heard of Telefang, which most people know as the Pokemon Diamond and Jade bootlegs, and I mean, it was really obviously not a Pokemon game, but I got extremely interested in like where did this game come from? Like, what is it really? And it's my fascination was mostly was like how cool and weird these monster designs are. And it turns out that all of them were drawn and designed by one woman. They were just like they gave her totally free reign. They're like, "Hey, you want to draw like a bunch of monsters for us?" She's like, "Okay." And ended up doing over 300 designs for this series. She also designed their logo. She did all the human characters in Telefang too. She did like a bunch of cutscene art and like all kinds of stuff. She's basically the Shad of Telefang. Um, but she's like basically one of my artistic heroes, and she's probably better known for being the illustrator for the Vampire Hunter D manga. And she's just a really cool person. I've actually gotten to talk to her a little bit, like with my horrible broken Japanese. I think one time I accidentally called myself a crab while I was trying to ask her about a design.
Wow.
But she's just really cool and like one of my favorite people ever. And somehow, I don't know how, you got her to design a monster for Monster Crown. And I like literally started crying when he told me that. So I was like, "How did you do this?"
It's it's totally because she is so nice and so willing to do it. Because there's so many people I know for a fact would just be like, okay, yeah, who even are you? Just like go away, But not at all. She was like super excited about it. And it was clear that you were the right person to help out with that and to make. And everyone should know that Rachel is going to design one of the crossbreed variations for Psycho's monster. Because she's been a fan for such a long time and is such a big element in the Telefan community, and I thought it was the right thing to do for the monster taming genre in general. And this design is going to be I got a few plans with this design in the future to try to put it out there a bit more for the community. I don't want to break any surprises yet, but you haven't seen the last of this design when Monster Crown comes out. Uh, Wizard looks like I got to take off, and just for the reveal, had a ton of fun in here today, guys. Thanks a ton. Big thanks to you, Jason, and the dev team for all your efforts and being so active with the community. Thank you, Wizard. I hope you have a good night. All right, it's like a dream come true. What form in particular is she doing? Rachel, did we decide which form yours was going to be yet? I don't know if it was going to be the vicious.
Yeah. Or... No, I was gonna do Will because that's my favorite type.
Okay, yes, gotcha. Yeah, the original type though for this monster is going to be vicious. That's what we decided. So right now we got silhouette up on the screen, and I'm going to switch that silhouette with the reveal version. And here it is. So as soon as I saw this design and I shared it with Rachel before anyone else, I was just like, I could totally see this on like a Japanese like Game Boy Color game, monster game, like holographic background. Like this just looked so authentic, and Saiko did a fantastic job of making it authentic and look really like hardcore '90s wicked monster taming game. And I was blown away by it. It's so kaiju. Please keep those colors. Yeah, so speaking of colors, she sent us 4 colors. And I sat down with Rachel and we tried to figure it out, and we decided on 2. So I'm going to bring up 2. There's going to be 2 alternates. And what I'm going to do is, depending on when you go there to meet this monster, whether it's day or night, you're going to encounter the relative form. So the dark form or the light form. And I asked Rachel, and hopefully it all works out. She's going to help me find a good place to put it in the game. It's going to be an optional legendary. It's going to be super high level. It's going to be hidden away, tucked away. And really, this design kind of feels bigger than our game, because it almost doesn't even feel like a Monster Crown monster. It just feels like, I guess, a new entry in. It's just a great thing for the Monstertainment community, and I'm hoping that we can work out something where maybe it even appears in other monster games that come out in the future. So thanks so much, Rachel, for being involved with that and helping me do the reveal. And I know everyone's going to love your form when they see it in the game.
I love what I really love about this design is she used the same exact style she used when she designed Denju and Telefang, like with Illustrator and Gradient and stuff. But it's so monstrous. You would never see anything like this in Telefang. It's like really eldritch, which is not surprising because she loves Lovecraftian monsters. Like, I'm pretty sure Cthulhu is literally her favorite animal. So this is like exactly what I expected, but like more beautiful than I ever could have imagined.
Well, the first thing I did is I sent her the master list of all our monsters, and I said, like, the thing you need to know about Monster Crown monsters is that they're dangerous. Like, they don't want to be your friends. They will kill you. And, like, I think that she surprised even me with how potentially violent and brutal a monster she made, while also being so cool and legendary looking. It just has, like, a mystical quality to it. Looks like it's related to the final boss of Monster Hunter World. This could totally be a last boss. Like, if we had this from the start, maybe the direction the story would have taken would have been different, because it's just such an enigmatic design. So I'm going to put this down over the reveal picture. So Rachel actually attended Pokeathon and was representing Monster Crown by wearing a Monster Crown shirt there, which is like, thanks so much, Rachel, for wearing that. That was awesome.
I'm actually wearing it right now too.
Oh yeah. That is very cool to see a shirt of your game out there at an event like that. And Pokeathon is so cool too, just from the charity perspective. And what you guys did was wicked too. So thank you for doing that. All right. So would you ever consider commissioning her again for another design someday? Yeah, absolutely. Like, if we found the right fit, absolutely. I would have her, like, if I could work it out. I mean, she's a big name. She's way bigger than me. So I'd love to have her do dozens and dozens of designs, but that's just not feasible. Will both forms be available? Yes, they will. Monster Soul. Excited for Temtem more than Pokemon in this game. Alright, so we're going to go into Beyond Dew Cave. And we're going to get around this little roadblock here. Alright, Rachel, do you want to just stick around and chat for a while we do this, or do you need to take off?
Oh no, I'm good. I want to hang around.
Okay, cool, perfect, awesome. Then I don't need to be as interesting either. Like, when I got you in chat, I can kind of just, I can be lamer.
You can't just multiply lameness. That doesn't work.
I'm going to start this over. Is it like multiplying by 0? Or like by 1, where it just stays the same? That is cheating, but like, we're working with the private beta, and you know, I'm kind of using that build, but I'm the developer, so I get to jump past that. But the bad part about being the developer and using hacks is that no one thinks you're a cool hacker. You just, like, you don't get any credit for it. So Rachel, are you? I don't know how much you can say about this, but you're also working on Cool Boy Man's project too.
Yeah, we're working out like what kind of art style stuff we want to do and figuring out some of the early designs.
Cool.
There was a little bit shown off on the Twitter recently.
Yeah, one of your designs was shown off for sure. And I don't know. I kind of want to get permission from Cool Boy Man before I show that design on here because it's kind of his project. I don't know if he's still around, but Cool Boy Man, if you're still around and you'd like me to show that design, just give me the okay. Go for it. Okay, he's still around. I knew he dropped by. I didn't know he was sticking around for the whole stream. That was great. All right, let me see. It'll just take me a minute to pull that up. And I believe this is a like volcanic spider, isn't it?
Yeah.
Seeing a talking shit count. Dakupa, of course, post the links for me. Thank you, even though you said it in an insulting manner. And then this missus next to me here with a phone is talking shit again on Twitter as well. So is it correct to pronounce this the Wu Zing? Is that? Feel free to correct me because I mispronounced a lot of stuff.
I believe it's Wuxing.
Wu Xing, okay.
My wife just calls it Wuxing.
Wuxing. I almost got the image here. Does this monster have a public name yet or no?
I don't think it had a name yet, right? I think they just had descriptions.
Let me bring up chat in case Cool Boy Man said something. Wu Xing. Okay. Been busy figuring stuff out. I do want to do more updates about the game. No, but I have someone in mind to name these. Okay, alright. Well, right now I'll just give it a tentative file name. Okay. Okay, yeah, this design is pretty awesome.
Oh, big.
Yeah, I mean, your art is such high quality, too, that it really benefits from being so big. That is very cool. So many wicked monster designs here tonight. Even though this one doesn't belong to Monster Crown, just so that's clear. This is part of Cool Boy Man's project, but I just had to show it off considering we got Cool Boy Man and Rachel, the artist, right here. She did an incredible job. There's more designs in the works right now by Racy than any other artist. Wicked. Yeah, very cool, very inspired design. Is this any sort of mascot, or is this? I understand if you don't want to commit on this at all.
So he asked me to choose one out of the list to draw, and obviously I picked a spider first. But the prompt was a volcanic spider, so I was like thinking of different sorts of real spiders, how their anatomy might kind of look cool with a sort of volcano look, and used like spiny orb weavers because the spiky look kind of lended itself to something craggy. And since they're sort of like yokai inspired and stuff, I tried giving it some like Tsuchigomo inspiration. So it's like basically a demonic spider in Japanese folklore, and so it's got like the big horns and like sort of cat-like eyes and stuff.
Cool. It's such a reference and inspired design densely. You know what I mean? Like you can tell every part of it is inspired or referenced or brought from something in a really cool way that creates this design that totally stands on its own. Looks amazing. Does it have a fire-based web? Nick Q3D asks. I don't know if you want to leave that up to Cool Boy Man too. That's got to be a move. Okay, cool. Alright, awesome. I'm so hyped that Cool Boy Man stuck around too. Alright, so let me save here again, so we don't need to worry about jumping over there or running into that issue again. And we are going to head into the Desperado province, where the game really opens up. Now we got this blue-haired character. So you finally stop Jasper. Now this character, I really like this character. And this theme that you hear playing is... might be it's so hard to pick because there's so many great ones from the game, but this is definitely one of the top favorite ones. And you just listen to it and it's got such a nostalgic, like, the guys did so awesome on this. It, like, I don't know, it just really connects with my heart. This one does. Alex. Okay, Alex did this one. So you finally stopped Jasper, that greedy bastard. Not to mention, you gave those low-life cave squatters a bad day. There aren't enough people out there fighting for what's right these days. I just wanted to say, keep it up, Jason. Name's David, by the way. See you around. Just gonna adjust that volume back down a bit. Gonna run from these Drangus. These monsters are Drangus, and they are tough. Yo ho! Well, what do you know? A fellow tamer. Wait, hold on. Okay, it looks like that predator monster isn't around right now. A few tamers and I have a campsite set up not too far from here. Come on over, we'll fill you in. So lately there's been a Tanukrug running rampant, terrorizing anyone that strays from the main path here in Desperado province. Normally Tanukrug hang out in the deep woods north of here, but this one's clearly filled to the brim. So here we are. This is a tamer camp. You'll find them scattered across the land, and they're a great place to rest up and exchange intel and rumors with other tamers. He actually decided to stick around a little longer today and keep an eye out for that Tanukrug, but unfortunately for us, he's smart enough to realize he'd be in over his head if he messed with us. Anyway, tamer, stay alert and stay safe. Oh, you're headed to see the King of Humanism? You'll want to follow the road north from here. Take a pit stop in Crossroads Town to rest up, and then follow the path from northeast to the kingdom. Here, I'll mark it on your map. So let's see some of the other tamers here. These tamers are camped out because Monster Crown has a huge world, and you'll want to, camp out and be safe when you're out traveling the wilderness when there's monsters around. We're gonna run from Drangus right now. Another awesome battle background by Shad. Out of territory monsters are just the worst. I'm sort of surprised that Angress hasn't scared him back home yet. They have dragon's blood, you know. Ah, warm fire. Nothing's better for a weary tamer. When you start a fire, you can camp next to it and heal up. Be sure to pick up some blitz logs in Crossroads Town so you can rest on the go. So I'm going to save here real quick, and then I'm going to show you something that happens. So if you do wander too far from the path around here, you might find yourself face to face with a Tanukrug that is way higher level than you. Ooh. So he will definitely take you out and send you back to the last town if you're not careful. Gonna get back on that road real quick. Still lingering around. As long as you stay to the road, you're safe. Oh, we got a... Oh, question mark, question mark, question mark approaches. What could this monster be? We're going to run right now because you don't need to see too much about these secret monsters that you can find out in the world. Just so you know, that's one of those ones that is only going to show up like 1 in 100. Oh, we got a glitch there. This here is Crossroads Town. It's an unstable canine. It escaped a tamer, I think. Will fleeing always succeed? It will in this mode, but in the final game it won't. Can you catch the question mark, question mark, question mark monsters? You sure can. But I won't say anything else about them. Do not startle service storklift. It's a service storklift. Better let it rest. I swear I saw this terrifying girl walking through town the other day. She looked like the fire in her eyes could kill a man. Dead if she tried hard enough. Emergency steam release. Use caution in this area. Gonna do an old save here. And I'm still flat out of cash. Can't really see it too well right now. We kind of need to add a bit of a backdrop to it, but $0 up here in the corner. This damn kid came out of nowhere messing with us. I swear, next time I see him, I'm gonna tear him a new... Hey, there's a little hooligan right now. You little shit, I'm gonna tear your head clean off. These guys giving you trouble, Jason? Damn it, you're that other slightly bigger hooligan. Get them. Little outnumbered, it seems. Boss, they're waking up. Beth. And that is about where we're going to cut things off. Sorry, guys, but that's all the story spoilers we can give you tonight. Sorry if that makes us a huge... I say us, right? I'm going to say, sorry if that makes us a huge jerk. I say us when it's not a good thing. I'll take all the good credit, but none of the bad. What a cliffhanger, yep. So, yeah, so I guess you'll have to learn more about Beth in the future. What a great time for us to go ahead and give away our 4th out of 5 posters. Refresh our questions here, see what people are asking. Alright. Takupa, we'll answer your questions, but you already got a poster, so we won't make you eligible for the next poster. How was working with Game Onion? Oh, and actually we already answered this one. Monster Crown, how much of the art have you done? Crowns Dev. I did most of the monsters. Um, Basically, from now on, what you're going to see is when there's a design done by Shad, we're going to call it out. So Shad did Dracupir, did Brutarius, did some pretty awesome looking monsters. Most of the monsters you do see are made by me, but we're definitely going to make it clear in the future when it's a monster Shad designed. And I did all the overworld art until our most recent change of the new tile set, which is totally for the good. Way better work than me. Thanks for the question, Kyle. For some reason, Diet Coke is showing up for my tag, but okay. Another question from Dakupa. Monster Crown. Where can I find my good boy Creakion in the world of Monster Crown? And what's your favorite monster that isn't Ram Ram? I'm a punk and proud of it. You punk, Dakupa. I knew it. And he photoshopped a picture of Creakion into the sky like a UFO, and it was awesome. You are going to find your monster in the Duchess Garden. You'll be able to find it there for sure. But also, we're going to make it so you can start the game with your Creakion because you're one of the designers. And my favorite monster that isn't Ram Ram is Tanukruk. He's my favorite. And you didn't really see it before we closed the game, but if you step off the track and Tanukruk is far away from you, he runs so fast. Monsters now move based on the speed of the monster and their level. So Tanukruk comes like it's scary fast. It's too bad he wasn't really far away from me when I first stepped off the track because he will run. It's gonna creep you out. If you thought Frigidaw from Frostbite was a little bit spooky coming after you, this is gonna be a nightmare. So, Kyle Toon, you are the proud owner of a signed Monster Crown poster. Beth reveal. Beth, oh man. You won a poster, Dakupa. You won the first one. Diet Coke is just secret legendary monster, actually. What rare form is caffeine-free Diet Coke? Ultra Instinct. I didn't dab. If you think I dabbed, I did not dab. Alright, so one more thing I want to do is, before we close up the stream for the night and give away the final poster, I am going to track down a special item and transform a monster. Let's get our run speed going here. Now we're going too fast. I didn't dab. Stop telling lies. They said I dabbed. I don't dab. I should do. That's a Koopa is a punk. He's the biggest punk as you. Alright, so let's see. We got any items? We got normal packed. Now, what I did is so I can show it off in the stream. There is a item you can find on the overworld up here. And it's a normal contract. But I made a tweak so it gives you an atomic clock. Okay? Alright, yes, I cheated a little bit, but I'm going to show you off Cool Monster. So deal with it. Is it possible to lower the water level? It is, but not in this build we have right now. I mean, not as far as we've gotten. Okay, so we are on the hunt for a monster that transforms with an atomic clock. Hopefully one shows up soon. Oh, there's one. This monster transforms with the atomic clock. Gotta switch to a strong monster. Monsters don't want to accept contracts from weaker monsters. Oh, he's pretty tough. He nearly killed himself, though, with some recoil. Ah, yes. Alright, let's go heal up. We're going to try an item out on our Gorgon. So Ruby Slam is a move that Gorgem only has. So if you breed with Gorgem and have a Ruby Slam, then I'll know that you use Gorgem as one of the base monsters. And that's a really cool way to show, what path someone took in the game, what monsters appeal to them. And I really can't wait to see a lot of what teams people build. Alright, let's save up. Yep, but his transformed form has a move called Ruby Beam, which is much stronger and no recoil. So let's see, Atomic Clock, use on my bro Gorgon. The monster is undergoing a terrible transformation. The monster has radically transformed. Its power is immense. There's our boy Gorgon. Real strong. Too strong. So I'm just going to get into a battle to show Gorgem, and then we're going to do our final giveaway. And then we are going to wrap things up so you guys can have yourself a nice Friday night. Oh. Found an aloe leaf. Recovers 10 HP. You can always find items out on the overworld. Now we got a Rodesk on the water. Gorgem took himself out again. Can't wait till he gets high enough level to learn that Ruby Beam move. There shouldn't be, but he has Ruby Slam right now. He hasn't learned his move yet that Gorgem AC gets, which is Ruby Beam. He's pretty low level. I'm trying to see if there's any Tamer packs have spawned. So once you get past the Dew Cave, Tamer packs can randomly spawn in the world, and you can find collectibles, that sort of thing. I just checked a few places I know they can show up. No, he doesn't have the new move yet. Hey, I'm glad that you're having a great night, Dracos. Yeah, I've heard a couple of people say that he reminds them of Jaggy's helmet. And I'm not familiar with the... I've heard of the anime, but I haven't watched it. Put our old starter back up front, and yeah, so thanks for joining the Monster Crown live stream. So we'll do the final giveaway now. Let a battle start. Yeah. Be nice to catch a brilliant, but we could be waiting a long time for that to happen. Gotta get going. Thanks for streaming, dude, and best luck the rest of the game, man. Cool boy, man. You're a cool dude. Hope you have a good Friday night. Alright, Rachel, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Let's see. Any more questions from online? We got one more from Damon Dog, who already won I think Damon Dog did? Yes, Damon Dog already won a poster. Will there be monsters whose spawn is affected by the weather? No, there is no weather-based appearance for monsters right now, although there are weather effects. There's rain, there's snow, there's fog. For atmospheric, it doesn't affect battle like in the Pokemon games. It doesn't affect what monsters appear, but there's a lot of environmental effects kind of to spice up the world, and we got a really cool rain track on the way for kind of a more mellow, rainy day sort of track. So we're showing a bit more of that side of the world too with the different weather effects. All right, so Rachel, I've a task for you. I have a task for you. I need you to go to the chat window and close your eyes and scroll up a bunch, and then just stop and look and tell me what name you land on, and that person's going to get a poster.
All right.
As long as it's not someone that already got a poster.
Ooh. Oh, nice. Your fate is in my hands. All right, let's see. See if this will let me scroll. Okay. So, are you gonna tell me when? I'm just gonna.
No, I'll leave it up to you. I don't want to interfere with the results. Can us normie Kickstarter backers gaze upon the demo? It's on the way. Private beta, it's on the way.
Is it, did Clomonx already get a poster? Klomonx?
No, and I'm going to write down that name. Klomonx?
Yes.
Klomonx. Clomonx. Alright, cool. I don't know if you're still with us, Clomonx, but if you are, you have just gotten the final signed poster from Shad of the live stream. Those at the bottom. Well, I suppose it's anyone that has typed. Like the text goes back to the start of the stream, so.
I scrolled up and down a whole lot on my little scroll wheel and then opened my eyes, so it could have been anyone.
Works for me. Alright. Well, I hope you guys had a good live stream. I know I did. All this was only possible because of all of our Kickstarter backers that believed in us a year ago. And maybe the game looks a bit better. I mean, to me, it looks a lot better. I'm hoping you guys see the improvements, and it looks great to you. These Kickstarter backers, they believed in us back then, before we were able to take this to the next level, and they made this all possible. This is really in honor of them, and I hope if they haven't checked it out live, they'll check it out on our YouTube, and we'll post it on the Kickstarter. And thank you so much to Shad and Rachel for being our guest stars and helping us do the reveal. Saiko's monster design is not going to be put up and announced in any official capacity just yet, so you have to watch the stream to have seen it. Saiko mentioned that she might give it a shout out too when it comes time to share it, so you've got an exclusive world first look. Thank you to everyone, and thanks Rachel for joining us. Appreciate you taking the time.
Thank you for having me.
Alright, I will see you guys later, and I look forward to chatting with all of you online. I will stop the stream. Thanks again, guys. Have a great weekend.